chance to respond to an email demanding a list of 5 recent accomplishments or be fired. Some did it. Some were told by the heads of their agencies to refuse, and the Federal Office of Personnel Management says replying is voluntary.
Musk posted the email request was utterly trivial, as is the standard for passing the test was to type some words and press send, yet so many failed even that inane test urged on in some cases by their managers.
Fox's Mark Meredith. Thousands gather in Vatican City to pray for Pope Francis, hospitalized for 11 days now with double pneumonia.
The Pope slept well last night, and we're told he's even watching TV a little bit. Doctors said last night the Holy Father's clinical conditions show a slight improvement. No episodes of asthmatic respiratory crisis have occurred. Some laboratory tests have improved.
Fox's Lauren Green. America's listening to Fox News.
Good morning, this is Smiley at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,761 head of cattle sold on Monday on a steady to higher market with excellent buyer attendance. Compared to last week, stocker calves sold steady, feeder cattle 7 to 10 higher, packer cows 8 to 10 higher, packer bulls sold steady, 3 to 400 pound steers 430, 455, 3 to 400 pound heifers 362, 390, 4 to 500 pound steers 375, 430. 4 to 500 pound heifers 335, 362, 5 to 600 pound steers 327, 375, 5 to 600 pound heifers 296, 335, 6 to 700 pound steers 285, 327, 6 to 700 pound heifers 244, 296, 7 to 800 pound steers 265, 285, 7 to 800 pound heifers 231, 244. Packer cows 139, 149. Canner and cutter cows 130, 136. Packer bulls 169, 175. Feeder bulls 155, 158. The cow calf pairs not well tested this week. Top half the bred cows $2,000 to $2,725 per head. We do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Is success built overnight, or is it the result of strategic exposure? Either way, every business deserves the chance to thrive. From crafting compelling messages to reaching the right audience, MTD Radio offers a marketing magic that is almost indescribable. Start your journey today by promoting your business with MTD Radio's 7 stations across New Mexico and West Texas. Visit mtdradio.com or call 866-70-RADIO and let us help your business soar. Broadcast your success with the help of this station.
What's your family doing for spring break? The MCM Elegante in Ruidoso invite you to spend it with them. There's a lot to do up here. Ski the mountain, tube at Winter Park, go-karts, and miniature golf too. Tons of restaurants and shopping. The MCM Elegante in Ruidoso Premier Lodge facility. Indoor pool, spacious rooms, barbecue grills, and a huge breakfast buffet. Great room rates are still available online at mcmeleganteruidoso.com. Making your spring break truly memorable. mcmeleganteruidoso.com.
Are you ready to River Blitz? This year's event will be held Saturday, March 1st from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. River Blitz is our annual community effort to clean up the Pecos River recreation areas in Eddy County. Pickup of provided supplies will begin at 7 a.m. at the Riverwalk Rec Center at 400 Riverwalk Drive, with lunch provided for all participants afterward. For more info, please call Mary Garwood, Keep Carlsbad Beautiful Director at 575-302-7665, or simply meet at the Rec Center the morning of March 1st. Come spend a morning that you will feel great about.
This week, take a step to be the best version of you with Miracle Ear. Reconnect with loved ones when you can hear and understand them the first time using the latest advancements in hearing science. Our team of licensed providers will help you choose the right fit from over 60 different models of hearing aids. Every fitting comes with a 60-day risk-free trial and lifetime local service, so you can invest with confidence. National support, local service with Miracle Ear.
Call Miracle Ear in Hobbs at 575-392-0218 today.
In a world where second chances are rare, Artesia Horse Sale offers a unique opportunity to give a new life to those who need it most. Picture this: 150 horses, including mini horses and donkeys, many rescued from Mexico slaughterhouses, now rehabilitated and ready for adoption. These noble creatures are waiting for a loving home, and perhaps that home is yours. On March 15th and 16th at 183 West Bloodens Road, Artesia, New Mexico, the viewing begins at 8 and 9 a.m. respectively, with sales running until 4. While you're there, enjoy a meal from their on-site food truck, everything from breakfast burritos to barbecue sandwiches. Artesia Horse Sale is more than an event. It's a chance to make a difference. Let compassion lead the way and be the hero these animals need. Visit Artesia Horse Sale March 15th and 16th at 183 West Blevins Road, Artesia, where every sale is a step towards a brighter future. Remember, the heart of a horse is as vast as the land they roam.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Well, on this Tuesday, temperatures going down to 285. It's 79 degrees in Roswell, 80 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia, and 77 degrees in Lovington. The wind's going to increase in speed by this afternoon. Maybe some patchy blowing dust, and a cold front will move through tomorrow. 66 degrees in Roswell to 67 degrees in Carlsbad, Artesia, and 65 degrees at our studios in Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Let's go! Up and at 'em. All right, rise and shine.
Good morning to you, too.
Go, let's go, let's go!
Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio.
You have questions? We have answers.
Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Why? How does it affect your family?
Why are they doing that?
You have questions?
Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
Check us out on Facebook.
The new and improved Be in the Breakfast Club. Now including Monica and Blake.
How those two manage to be so perky in the morning?
If you don't know, today is National Quiet Day.
Not so loud, not so loud.
Quiet time.
It's so quiet.
It's awfully quiet. Why is it so quiet? Maybe a little too quiet.
A day for us to take a break from all the noise in the world.
Good luck keeping a show of loud mouths like this quiet.
Happy National Quiet Day. Showtime.
All right, I'm out of breath there. Yeah, couldn't do it much longer. Whew, I'm done. All right, 607 today. Question of the day. Name something on your bucket list. Name something on your bucket list. I'd love to hear from you. 877-396-W105. Text line this morning being brought to you by Kubota. You can find them at amigo-machinery.com. And, of course, you can find them in Roswell. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer, much more than just a parts store. They have the know-how to get the job done. Talk to them while you're picking up your parts. And, of course, broadcasting from the End of the Mountain Gods studio. We'll come back to the question of the day. Today is Let's All Eat Right Day. Tom, are you able to eat right?
Well, I got a strawberry that I started eating this morning. Yeah.
Hey.
Why you answer the question? It's a yes and no question. Yes, I'm going to eat right. No, I'm not going to eat right. But I do have a strawberry I'm munching on.
Yes, I'm strawberrying my strawberry.
National Chocolate Covered Peanuts Day, National Clam Chowder Day, Pistol Parrot Day, Quiet Day, World Spay Day. Some people wish that Tom's dad would have got spayed. Or would that be neutered?
Neutered.
Which one is that?
Neutered.
Oh, neutered.
For Tom, it would be neutered. Yeah.
Yeah.
The spay is female, neuter is male.
Yeah. All right, bucket list. Tom, name one thing on your bucket list.
WrestleMania.
You're going to do that soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Aren't you doing that soon?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go in April. Hey, WrestleMania.
Really?
Wow.
That's on to go see the WrestleMania?
Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a twofer. I can see my daughter while I'm up there.
Coming to Las Vegas, where his daughter will pay for everything.
Oh, that's right. That's the ulterior motive there.
The daughter will pay for everything, and we're going to WrestleMania. WrestleMania. Don't miss WrestleMania. I could actually put the effect on where I could have the echo, but I ain't got time to drop it right now. But I could.
Never.
I don't think
Why-
I've been
why-
to a WrestleMania, but I've been to a wrestling
Well,
event where
well,
John Cena was
Yeah,
there.
it's right next door. So
What's the big deal about WrestleMania?
it's the event.
It's
man.
like the biggest one, right? It's like,
Like
the
the
Super Bowl of
wrestling.
WrestleManias
Didn't
or wrestling.
didn't the whole WrestleMania thing kind of start with the Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. And I don't know a whole lot of it, but that's cool. That's cool. Kind of like the.
I'm just glad back in. It's kind of funny because my daughter and I were talking about this the other day.
Wrestle.
I'm glad that when I was a kid, my dad and my uncle took me and
Took
my
you.
cousins, and we got to go watch the Von Erichs and
Yes,
Ric Flair
you're
and
right
all
there.
them at the Sportatorium in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
Sure.
And then you kind of grew out of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I knew some of the people after that, so that was. So I kind of was in it a little bit. Like I knew the Ultimate Warrior before he died, and some of those folks, and he was a really nice guy actually. And
So
he was on steroids
back in
like
the
crazy,
South.
but he was and the Freebirds and all them. So
Yeah, back in the South, we had the Southland Wrestling, and it was Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana.
right.
And one of their guys eventually made it to like WWE. I guess right when WWE Dusty, what was his name?
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes, yes. Woo!
That's Ric
Dusty
Flair right
Rhodes. Yeah, Ric Flair stole that from Dusty Rhodes.
He did.
No doubt. No doubt.
But that was,
For sure.
we had
All right.
Vince McMahon and all them.
Yeah.
You know.
It's all me,
But,
baby.
Monica, what is your one thing on the bucket list?
My one thing on my bucket list.
Well, you already went to New York.
I went to New York. I do still want to go to Hawaii. But one thing that I want to skydive. Like, I absolutely want to skydive.
Yes, you need to.
I got a friend of mine in El Paso that can make that happen. He's from Carlsbad.
Let's make it
There you go.
happen.
Yeah.
Jump out of a
Yeah,
good...
I'm gonna go right now and get Eric.
Tom was getting ready to say the jump out of a perfectly good airplane, but I knew a guy who was an instructor for that, and they were flying a plane, and the pilot said, "Everybody go," and he goes, "Well, we're not really ready yet," and he goes, "No, everybody's got to get out of this plane because I don't know if I can land it."
Oh, no.
All right, Monica, I just sent you the link to Southwest Skydiving in El Paso.
Okay,
Eric.
perfect.
Eric used to be a sheriff's deputy in Eddy County.
Okay.
And left and went to the big city of El Paso.
I got
Yeah.
it.
Blake, bucket list.
I would like to go to at least one stage of all three Grand Tours in 1 year, and that's for cycling. So that's the Vuelta a España, the Giro d'Italia, and the Tour de France.
I want to go to Europe, and we've been trying to make this happen, and now when we're coming back to the States, so we got to push it off again this year, but hoping to go to Europe maybe in a year. Like to go back to Vietnam and visit Vietnam, and so instead I think I'm going to go to the LSU Clemson game. I'm going to make it happen and go back to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Take the wife to Gatlinburg.
It's a beautiful place.
So bucket list day. What would you do with your bucket list? Name one thing. Did you guys see the former Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates suggesting during an interview on MSNBC that Trump may be running on empty and is out of energy to do the job? And I was thinking, wait, you work for the guy that was a corpse.
Right.
And I mean, you could always tell from Joe's face if he was really with us or not. I mean, between the dead stares and the confused expressions and too much embalming fluid, I mean, you could always tell if they got the meds right or if he was a little hopped up or not. But the nerve of this guy.
Right.
And Devin Booker, all-star from the NBA, is very upset that Hooters is closing. I'm talking about crying upset that Hooters is closing. Yeah. Well, of course, Tommy's used to having those round objects, and yeah, he's very, very, very upset. We talked yesterday about Joy Reid is out at MSNBC.
Oh,
they fired
she's
her.
Saucy about it.
She's gone.
She's crying,
and I mean, think about this. They fired Joy Reid during Black History Month. Racist bastards.
And they want to replace her with a white woman.
And then Lester Holt was forced to step down from the news anchor job on NBC. Same company.
Really? Wow. See, and I wonder.
So you got two black folks, two media giants.
He was let go, dude. Damn.
Well, you know, I've wondered for a while if Lester doesn't have a few skeletons in the closet.
Like gay ones?
So,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
both
don't,
of
no, I don't
those
think that would
are
make him step down. But
gone.
Remember, he replaced that old boy that lied about stuff, right? What was his name?
Rather.
Yeah.
That old boy that lied about stuff.
The news guy that he replaced. The anchor.
I mean, that's half the people in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I mean, that old boy that lied about stuff. Boy, we're narrowing it down now.
I forgot his that news
No,
guy.
I've always wondered about Lester Holt if there was something he covered from his past. Just I just got that vibe
You know,
from him.
He was in the movie The Fugitive. He portrayed a newsman in the movie.
Not a
All right,
movie
you guys, send in your texts. We've got a couple so far, but I want to hear all y'all's bucket list stuff.
Yeah, bucket list. Clint Hill, Secret Service agent who jumped on the back of John F. Kennedy's limo and into the line of fire, shielding President Kennedy and the First Lady in Dallas. And, of course, that was November 22nd, 1963. Died last Friday. Was 93.
Oh.
Yeah. And the People's Union, USA, is organizing a nationwide economic blackout on February 28th, urging Americans to refrain from purchasing goods from major retailers for 24 hours. Now, what's this about? I want to know what the hell it's about. Economic blackout. People's Union USA. Nationwide blackout.
So they're not going to spend any money.
Yeah, well, that's what they're saying. Don't spend any money on that day. Yeah, I'm just like, we're going to spend it if we need it.
All right.
And if we don't need it, we won't spend it. But blackout. I'm just wondering if this, what are they upset about? Is it the price of eggs? Is it what exactly are they upset about? Blackout. And why call it a blackout? Is that a racial thing?
No.
Is that like, I mean, bingo, blackout. National Day, national blackout. I'm trying to type in. I have no idea why that would be a deal. I have no idea. All right, Tom on the text, 877-396-W105.
On the question of the day, this person says, I would like to get baptized in the Jordan River in the same area where Jesus was baptized. But if I can't make that happen, I like to hunt and kill a 200-inch muley. What's a muley? A mule? A mule.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to get my pilot license, says one texter.
And Selma Hayek is at the top of my bucket list, says this one texter.
You go, boy.
You and Machete.
He's got
the tattoo on his chest.
Sure. Kathy from the Patch says, I have two things on my bucket list. I want to visit every baseball park in America and go to Niagara Falls.
Nice.
Wow.
Supporter of any Democrat. We'll put them off for just a minute. Jeff from Hobbs.
Yeah, they say the blackout is, black people not shopping, and it's about DEI. Not shopping at Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, and so that's what the national blackout is. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Now that you're talking about it, I did see somebody post something about that. Jeff from Hobbs is turning 57 years old today. I was brought into this world
birthday, Jeff.
57 years ago. Happy birthday,
I hope you have
Jeff.
a good one, Jeff.
Have a great one.
You old fart.
And on the top of my bucket list is to go to California. I've never been there. Just sit at the beach on the sand and give thanks to God for everything he has blessed me with.
And Corey says, my bucket list is to see Top Fuel drag races and also a Daytona NASCAR race, too.
Daytona.
That track in Daytona is huge. Like, we went there twice, not during the race, but you have to go by it in Daytona. And it's just a massive structure when you go by. It's just like, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. That editor chick said, bucket list item, visit all 50 states. I'm up to 20 so far. Yay, Carmen, you and I both.
I actually thought about doing that and doing the show on the road and just traveling when I come back to the U.S., but I just don't know if I got it in me.
Well,
you know, as far as money.
Yeah.
I mean, because it costs.
Yeah. If we travel different directions, we could each be in different states and
oh, that would be fun.
Unless I put the fifth wheel on the road, that would cut down on the expense.
Yeah.
I just need a truck.
Okay, we got a few more.
I'm with Tom on WrestleMania, but it would have to been Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior and WrestleMania 6 way back in the day. That was a good
WrestleMania. Yeah. Getting somebody else to pay the bills.
All right. Only type of bucket Tom thinks about is a bucket of chicken, says Sean in Carlsbad. Trucker Ben says, on my bucket list, I would like to try to avoid kicking the bucket anytime soon. My bucket list is to get in the best shape of my life and the healthiest and happiest.
Amen.
Bucket list, win the lottery and spend the rest of my life. No, not going to say all that.
Don't say that one.
It was. Let's say it was a Tony Montoya moment.
There you go. Yeah. And Sam the man says Tom's bucket list is to get to the bottom of the KFC bucket of chicken throughout America. Now this guy says he wants to kill a 200-inch deer. Come on, guys. What did we miss something?
No, that was the thing that Tom read about hunting.
Mule.
Yeah.
A mule deer.
But how big is 200 inches?
Pretty big.
That's
about 200 inches.
36,
Sounds about 6 foot tall.
Yeah,
no, it's the size of the rack, Tom.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and we're good.
I'm pretty sure, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the spread on the rack.
The spread on the rack. Dang, the spread. Hold on. One more. Supporter of any Democrat. What has become of this country when we are voting on the same side as countries such as Iran and South Korea on voting no on the condemnation of Putin for the invasion of Ukraine, says the supporter of any Democrat. Bye, boy.
Yeah, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't give two poops about Ukraine.
Nope.
I don't. We have given them way too much money, and if you believe that Ukraine had nothing to do with this, you know who is at blame for this whole thing? I'm going to tell you. The UN. They're and NATO. They're to blame because NATO was encroaching on Russia. That's what this is all about. They didn't want Ukraine to become a NATO country. And NATO kept encroaching. So I could give two poops. Let it in. Let the money stop going, and let's figure out how to pay it back. And I've got multiple cuts. Guess what? We got Europe coming to the table saying they've been wrong for many years. I'll play the cuts coming up. All right, let's check the weather this morning, being brought to you by Wood Swan, 575-430-2325. If you're new to the show, Wood Swan is a manufacturing company that designs and manufactures beautiful pieces of woodwork, like, the big wood slab dining room tables or conference tables, coffee tables. They do end tables and so much more. Go to the website, woodswan.com, or call Sherry at 575-430-2325. They ship out all over the United States. They have a 30,000 square foot manufacturing plant, and they would love to show you some of the work. Go to the website to begin with, woodswan.com, for more information. Southeast New Mexico, what a difference a week makes. 80 for the high. Sunny skies today, 45 tonight, and then 67 tomorrow. Looks like we're going to be Thursday up to about 60 for southeast New Mexico. There's some snow in the forecast for Ruidoso, Lincoln County, but not today. Sunny at 68 today, 41 tonight, 61 for Wednesday. Wednesday night, 30% chance of rain, and early Thursday morning, some more snow in the forecast. Eventually, temperatures on Friday warming back up close to 60. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Weather this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning, exit Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. Fill her up with unleaded diesel, DEF value. They've got you covered with green diesel and red diesel. They accept all your credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Reminding you to be safe on the road this morning. If you need fuel and you're on 128, exit Buck Jackson Road. And just a reminder, be safe on the road from our buddies at the Twin Wells Fuel Station. Well, the government workers are very upset about having to fill out that email with 5 questions. Name 5 things you achieved last week. Tom, give me 5 things that you achieved last week.
Buffet.
You must be a government worker.
Hey, at least he listed 5 things. That's more than they did.
I mean, look, it is not that difficult. And the point of this is to make sure that you're still alive, because some of you aren't back in office. You're not back in the office. So just list 5 things and be done. Republican state senator proposing a Doge office for New Mexico. I will say this is going to go nowhere. Republican state senator Jay Block, who ran for governor, proposing the Department of Government Efficiency office in New Mexico. And it's Senate Bill 484. Blake, you think that's going anywhere?
No.
Nah, I think it's,
you got too many Democrats up there for that to get any traction.
They don't want it. They don't want to know. Georgia Republican Andrew Clyde, who early this month announced that he was drafting articles of impeachment against a Rhode Island judge overseeing one of the president's legal challenges, condemned the judge, who continues to bar Trump's agenda for being implemented. And this is the problem. We got all these judges, unelected judges. They want to talk about Elon Musk being unelected. You got plenty of unelected judges that are blocking the president of the United States. And back in the day, when Dan Crenshaw was elected, I was a Dan Crenshaw guy. I was like, former Navy SEAL. This guy is going to be badass. And then something changed. His voting record actually changed. Now, he's from Texas, and he just changed.
Patch.
And you probably heard us say on this show, what happened to Dan Crenshaw?
Yeah.
What happened? But he was being interviewed by a British news agency when they asked him about Tucker Carlson, and he said that if he ever meets Tucker Carlson, I'm going to F-bomb kill him. That's what he said.
Man.
I am going to F-bomb kill him. Dan Crenshaw is a perfect example of a guy that goes to Washington, D.C. with nothing and becomes a millionaire. He is a globalist, is what he is.
So
Dan Crenshaw.
Remember in Austin Powers when they had Dr. Evil, his second in command, Robert Wagner, wore the patch. And now when I'm seeing Dan Crenshaw, that's who I'm thinking he is. Like, who is he? Like, who is he answering to?
The globalist, Soros of the world, is what I'm thinking. Looks like House Democrats. What's the budget up to? 11 million?
$10.8 billion.
So when the governor took over,
it was
the budget was around 8.8 billion, right?
No, it was like 6.8.
6.8. Wow. Well, I was giving her a little bit more credit.
It's double.
So we have almost doubled with reoccurring debt. And Tom, what does that mean, reoccurring?
I mean, we keep getting in debt.
Ding, ding.
No, that's not a ding
what it
ding.
means.
Oh, that's what I thought it meant.
No, reoccurring
No,
means
it
it's going to
means
happen
that
year
it
after year after year.
continues
Yeah, we're
to
gonna keep
happen
getting in
year
debt.
after year.
That's what I said.
Kind of like a yearly thing.
Yeah.
It means we're
So-
spending that amount of money no matter what.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so when things go bad in the oil patch, as much as they hate the oil and gas industry, this state is in big trouble. This state is in a lot of trouble. So New Mexico legislative session is now more than halfway over, and lawmakers are drilling down on some of the things that they want. They added the state budget and new money for housing, public safety, and of course, teachers' raises. And I'm not going to dump on the teachers getting a raise.
No.
But I believe teachers need to make more money, but I will say this much. At some point, we have to get a return on investment.
Yep.
And I'm not blaming the teachers 100% because I think the PED is
Right.
completely 100% flawed. So
And
I'm
they're
never
getting
going to dump on the teachers.
And the PED, they want to give 6% raise to. Higher education, they
Right.
want to give 3%. And early childhood education gets a 21% budget increase.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
So
and they want to throw a lot of money at CYFD before even fixing it.
Oh, that's
yeah, I mean, the problem with CYFD, how many times have we heard that they're going to look? This governor it's a dereliction of duty protecting these kids. I mean, she has gone through 5 secretaries, could be 6.
It was 6, I think.
And you guys have done a terrible job taking care of the kids. That's your job.
Yeah.
Taking care of the kids. And I'm not dumping, let me just say this much. I'm not dumping on the workers at CYFD because I think it's got leadership issues. But there's got to be some accountability at the end of the day.
Well, I mean,
And,
you look
so-
at what's included in this, and it's $31.2 million for climate change, $3.5 million for American beavers, $600,000 for an illegal alien program on state college campuses, $35 million for the paid family medical leave, $266 million for, quote, culturally competent health care.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't even know.
Healthcare.
Culturally competent.
Healthcare is healthcare. It really doesn't matter what color you are. And when it comes to illegal aliens and college, we should not be paying. We should not be paying. And all of this is going to be outlawed on the federal level. So, because the state still gets money from the feds.
Right.
They are asking for trouble is what they're asking for.
Yeah.
Now, teachers, minimum teacher raise is going to be about $5,000 a year.
Right.
Tom, how much is that a month?
That's a couple bucks?
Yep, couple bucks.
Like 600?
Yeah, about 300 and something a
460.
month raise. So I'm not going to cry. I'm not a cry about that, but all this other stuff.
That's the
by
minimum,
God.
though. That's the minimum.
So let me ask you this: so the raise from the state goes to the individual school districts to pay those teachers? Is that the way it works?
No, the school districts, the state pays the teachers, correct?
Right. I think that's right.
Yeah, I think the state pays the teachers. I
And
think
look,
that's
we
right.
have some really good teachers.
No,
yeah, we do.
And
that's why I am fighting for teachers to get more money. I have zero problems. I will never say that teachers shouldn't get more money,
and they
because I
do-
think they do.
Right, and they do the best they can with what they're given. But the state just
And
throws
I know-
money at not the teachers, but at the PED
Right.
with an extra 6% to their budget. We need to get rid of the PED.
I
agree. I know plenty of teachers that actually take money out of their pocket
Yes.
to buy supplies for the school, for the classroom, because there's lots of kids that don't bring any supplies.
Mm-hmm.
And as a single dad, I used to bitch and moan because, we need 18 boxes of tissues and 15 boxes of, and so one time I asked the teacher, I said, this is ridiculous. I'm a single dad. She said, well, the problem is, Mr. Bonner, there's a lot of kids that don't buy all that. So I'm supplementing your stuff to give those kids their stuff. Oh, we're sharing my wealth, and I can barely get by myself.
Well, and, I understand what they're saying because they're going to have to pull money out of their pockets. But my question is, why are they pulling money out of their pockets
in the first place?
When we have bond elections for most school districts, we have all these other things. The school districts have a lot of money that they put in their rainy day fund and all that kind of stuff. There's got to be something for the teachers to be able to do that.
I remember years ago, I mean, my kids have graduated a long time ago, but it was like $200, per kid to get them started for school. I'm talking about school supplies. That's not everybody's got $200. That's a lot.
Right.
All right, we're going to talk about 14 people indicted on smuggling charges, and they just found a big cache of drugs. And a New Mexico woman pushes a bill to create a new crime for home invasions, and the Pope's health is not any better. I'll get you updated with all of that on the way. Don't forget La Tienda. They've got big savings in Carlsbad. While you're there, take the time to go check out the taco bar. Delicious tacos. They also have made from scratch tortillas, and you'll love. They got a full service bakery. And right now, some of the specials at La Tienda: boneless breast tenders, $2.49 a pound; quarter wine pork chops, $1.69 a pound; and boneless beef arm roast, $4.99 a pound; raw catfish nuggets, just $1.49 a pound; get mini watermelon, $3.99 for a pound. Get the red seedless grapes, $1.69 a pound. Asparagus, just $1.99 a pound. Corn on the cob, $4 for $2.99. And in the deli department this week, get the Cajun turkey breast, $6.99 a pound. Get the Virginia honey ham for $5.49 a pound. And save on refreshments also. They've got the Pepsi, the Mountain Dew, Big Red, and other flavors, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans. Get it for just $10.99 at La Tienda in Carlsbad. Check them out today. Looks like 14 indictments on human smuggling charges out of Las Cruces. Grand jury in Las Cruces indicted 14 people accused of conspiracy to transport, harbor, and bring immigrants illegally into the country. Officials arrested 8 of those 14 accused late last week, and they gave a big list, a huge list of people, but I'm not going to name every one of them. But they unsealed the indictment, and they bring up 14 individuals on human smuggling and trafficking individuals. 560 pounds of cocaine seized from the Mexican cartel near the border in Texas. 3 separate events. Rio Grande Valley sector, 560 pounds of cocaine. The estimated value of that is $18 million. That's a lot of cocaine, or as Hunter Biden calls it, a weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah. Or as Tom calls it, periquito.
Yeah, 6:39. We're going to get to the tweet of the day. Also, the price of oil. Tom in the text.
John from Eunice. Good morning, guys. I don't have a problem with giving teachers pay raises. I do have a problem with them not being merit-based, though. The better the teachers should make, the more money, because I believe you get better students with better teachers, says John.
Amen. That's good.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mule deer are big, but a 200-inch spread is basically legendary. It exists, just rarely going to happen.
That's
says
why it's a
that
bucket
editor.
list, right?
Check. And what's so hard to list? I have to do that every week for my job, said a texter when you asked about the 5 things that we did. New Mexico probably needs a Doge officer. Find out where exactly all the money that we're sending over there is really going. Yeah, we all can agree on that. My bucket list is to be at the public. All right. I don't know that that's appropriate, but
don't read it then.
Anywho, let's go Cash and Bongino, says that person. Smokey in Arizona says 2 things on my bucket list. 1, I know it will never happen, fly a fighter jet. And 2, drive a NASCAR car around either Daytona or Talladega.
I like that bucket.
I think you could pay for that to happen, but it's quite expensive.
Right. This texter says
Talladega track is cool too, by the way.
Yeah. This texter says the state does not pay its teachers, says the texter. Okay.
So it comes from the independent school districts.
Yeah. So how does the state?
But it's part of the state's budget.
Don't they give the money to the district to pay the teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, think about this: the feds pay for every student in class, and you remember how that works? Is it by unit? Is that the way they count?
That's what they call it in
heads?
Texas, don't they?
That's what they call students is units. Yes.
Yeah, units.
So many dollars.
Yeah. So for every student in class today at say Tatum, the school district is going to be reimbursed. I think it's like $60, unless it's a special ed kid, then they get more money. But the feds will reimburse the school district.
Yeah, well, that's the reason school administrators hate when kids don't go to school because they don't get paid for it.
Makes sense.
That day.
Yeah.
Alejandro from Artesia said, my bucket list is to take my family to a good vacation.
Oh.
That's sweet, Alejandro.
Get her done.
Blake Wannabe says, what's the beef with Crenshaw and Tucker?
I don't know. Well, I do know. Tucker called him a globalist.
Ooh.
Tucker called him a globalist and said that he changed.
Yep.
Truth
yeah,
hurts.
and he basically said that he's bought and paid for.
Oh.
Truth hurts.
And the constitutionalist is chiming in. Did y'all see that Ron DeSantis is creating a state Doge task force and wanting to get rid of the property tax? What a great governor.
Yep. And
Yeah,
Abbott's trying to do
Texas
that
is
too.
pushing getting rid of that property tax. I think that
I hope
that
they
would,
do.
That would be crazy. So no income tax, no property tax.
I would
David in Artesia said, my bucket list is to see Tom's college diploma.
It's somewhere. I got to find it.
And what happened on 285 north of Pecos? The road is closed both directions, says this
Really?
texter.
285 north of Pecos.
Find
Traffic
out, Tom.
update being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale. Ragsdale Law Firm. Tom will try to get more information on that coming up. All right, 643. Thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. Wakefield Oil reminding you they deliver oil and gas products in the patch. On-road, off-road, it really doesn't matter. They can also drop off interstate batteries. They are your distributor for the region. So if you need diesel or gas or interstate batteries, that number, 575-622-4160. Or go check them out at wakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day, in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is there is an untapped potential for taco trucks to cruise the neighborhoods. Same way that ice cream trucks used to play the music. You could play some mariachi music over the speaker just to let everybody know the Taco Man is a-coming.
100% agree with that.
I think that would be successful. Looks like New Mexico woman pushes a bill to create a new home invasion bill. Now, you remember things kind of went crazy when that mother was at home, grandmother was at home with her grandchild. You heard that on every Mark Ronchetti ad.
Right.
And the 911 call. Anyway, this is Senate Bill 153. And it would put a little bit more bite into, and it's a bipartisan bill too, that puts a little bit more bite into people that are invading a home. Anything to do with crime that, adds more sentencing to, to like home invasions, I'm good with that.
Right.
Pope Francis, his health is slightly improved, they say. And as he resumes work, but still in the hospital. Not good. I had seen multiple stories that he died.
No.
And yeah, he didn't die. We got some cold blooded people.
I don't
we really
understand. He was out and about Sunday. They took him just so that way he could go to church, and then went and put him back in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have
Interesting.
But he did have oxygen.
Yeah. Did he
when
move?
They took him to church.
Did he move? Was it a Bernie thing?
He did look different. I will tell you that much. Like his face is really
Well, when you
swollen.
have pneumonia and breathing issues, you look kind of ashy. You know,
and he looked a little more like swollen.
Yeah, your face is because of the fluid.
What do you
the
think?
Retention.
You think he's gonna come out of it, or you think he's done?
Me personally, I think he should step down.
Yeah.
I think he should step down, but I've said that for a while.
Well, they hardly ever do. I mean, the last one was the first one that stepped down in like
hundreds of years.
Yeah,
All right,
several hundred years.
Well, we're going to talk about Elon Musk and the email. We'll get to that in just a second. I got to get to the tweet of the day this morning. Tweet of the day being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd, and Roswell, homegrown and proud of it. Farm and ranch supplies, Western wear, everything that you'll ever need to work on a farm or a ranch are supplies that you need. Look, they've got trailers and tanks and tack, plumbing supplies, fencing materials, you name it, they've got it, and your certified Purina dealer. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. And you could always call them 575-622-9164. They're also in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Well, you probably heard this guy. He's a Donald Trump impersonator. And I ran into Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin said that he wanted to break this guy's neck. Listen to this.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon, because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman.
Oh.
If you kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me. And that's okay.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Now, you realize, by the
Whoa.
way, no, look at me. I want you to
Yeah,
look at me.
sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring, no, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children. Okay.
Can have them break your right? You know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me.
Get out of here.
Okay.
No, I want you to get out of here.
Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good. He's strong, but also he's weak because he murdered a woman. So that's okay, right?
He stayed he stayed on Donald Trump the whole time. He did not waver. But Alec Baldwin, you think he's got a temper problem?
Oh, absolutely.
Remember
It's
he called his daughter a
It's
little
evident
pig?
that something funny can tick you off like that.
Well, because he knows that he did murder that
Correct.
woman.
Correct.
He did. Yeah.
That's
No
sad.
doubt. Oh, my goodness. All right, 649, the email, Tom. You know what email I'm talking about? Brian Seltzer from CNN. Yeah, the email was common sense, right? That the government has to, the workers have to say, it's common sense. Give me 5 things that you've accomplished this week in an email. You just got to send me the email back. Here's what Brian Seltzer had to say on CNN.
It makes a lot of sense, in theory, to go and ask all the employees what they're doing, right? Elon Musk would say that's common sense. He did this to the then CEO of Twitter before forcing out the CEO of Twitter and taking over Twitter a couple years ago. And I think we should recognize, to a lot of Americans, this makes perfect sense, right? Tell us what you did last week. What are your accomplishments? Lots of people are used to doing that in their jobs. Of course, it gets really complicated really quickly. You're dealing with classified information, or if you're not checking your work email over the weekend. So I understand it's not the common sense that he claims it is, but I think we should understand why people, this appeals to people, why the memes appeal to a lot of people, right? It's actually nonsense, but it sounds like common sense.
It is common sense. And in the public sector, you would have to do and answer the email, and it's not that big of a deal. It's going to take you, what, 2 minutes?
Maybe. And let's say it takes 5 tops, right? Or
Okay,
10,
we'll give
or
you-
10 if you
we'll give
really
you-
have to think about it. I mean,
So we'll give you 10 minutes off. We'll flex you for 10 minutes. How about that?
you're already taking
Well-
it. Look, in the public sector, you're already taking that as an extra break anyway.
Oh, believe me. Looks like federal workers, they meet the deadline. Ralph Norman, he's a Republican from South Carolina. Here's what he had to say and why this email is so important.
Tag that the taxpayers pay is right at $271 billion a year. Is it too much to ask for them to verify why they're making an average salary of $106,000 a year? Do you think in the private sector that single mom who is working 2 jobs at a restaurant can't justify where she was, or the hygienist at the dentist's office can't verify how many patients they saw? The absurdity and I guess the arrogance of the workers who says that's a heavy lift is what's wrong with that's what the Americans are sick and tired of. It's not their money. We're the ones who are paying the bills.
We're paying the bills, and we're paying your pension, and it's 5 things. Name 5 things.
And
that is it.
And again, I mean, even if you showed up for work, you attended a meeting, whatever, he just wants to make sure you're alive and actually doing something.
Right.
So Donald Trump was sitting down with Macron yesterday. Great meeting. And the French caved. Of course, they always, surrender. But he was asked about the email. Donald Trump said this about the email yesterday when meeting with Macron.
You're talking about the last email that was sent where he wanted to know what you did this week. You know why he wanted that, by the way? I thought it was great. Because we have people that don't show up to work and nobody even knows if they work for the government. So by asking the question, tell us what you did this week, what he's doing is saying, are you actually working? And then if you don't answer, like you're sort of semi-fired or you're fired, because a lot of people are not answering because they don't even exist. They're trying to find, that's how badly various parts of our government were run by, and especially by this last group. So what they're doing is they're trying to find out who's working for the government. Are we paying other people that aren't working? And, where's all this? Where's the money?
And Macron's looking at him like, you've got to be kidding me. Because it is hard to believe that the government is in this bad of shape, that we got people working that don't show up for work. They're collecting a check. We don't know what they're doing.
Well,
Tom, how many times have I asked you when I was managing radio stations, what the hell are you doing all day? How many times I asked you that question?
A couple times. A day?
You think?
A day or a
what
week?
The hell are you doing all day?
Well, he never had to ask me because I showed him my work every morning on my news.
What the hell are you doing all day?
Well, chasing news. What else was I going to do?
What the hell are you doing all day?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to check the weather coming up in a second. Kamala Harris was at the SAG Awards. And what the hell is it with women? She looks like, the suit she wore on, she looked like it was Al Capone's damn suit.
Yeah.
She looked like a gangster.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if this woman would have been elected president of the United States?
To seek the truth and to actively participate in the fight for America's future. Some see the flames on our horizons, the rising waters in our cities, the shadows gathering over our democracy, and ask, what do we do now? but we know exactly what to do because we have done it before.
But I can't tell you what we're going to do.
Did we dodge a bullet or what?
Golly.
Oh, this is just
shut
a
up
word
already. Just sit down
salad.
and shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Honestly.
goodness.
Man, not only did we dodge a bullet, we dodged the full magazine.
I think, honestly, they showed this black woman in the crowd, and honestly, the look on her face was like, boo, she. Like, honestly, like she was looking at her like, say something we ain't heard you say. It was a black woman. And I'm thinking just the fact that in her mind she still thinks that she's making an impact, like you're not. Just shut up and sit down. Or sit down
the whole
and shut up.
thing was like, what did she just say, and what the hell does it mean?
Correct.
It's just crazy.
Stupid. Anybody that would take time out of their day to go and listen to her is absolutely insane.
Unbelievable. Price of oil, we're going to get to that next morning show this morning, being brought to you by Main Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Main Trailer Sales. 622-1751, maintrailersalsinc.com. Go take the virtual tour. All the units are on the website, new and pre-owned. Durango, Passport. They've got Cougar and many other name brands. In fact, they bring in new name brands. So go check out the inventory. If you are living in a hotel, better ideas, take that per diem and put it to work buying yourself a fifth wheel. And when it's paid off, it is yours. They've got 70 years experience, and they treat people the right way. They have great service after the sale. The guys are awesome. 622-1751. Call David this morning or go to the website, maintrailersalsinc.com. Nice day today, up to 80 in southeast New Mexico. Sunny skies. There is some snow later on in the week for Ruidoso, but that will not happen until like tomorrow night, so it's not that bad. Federal agency tells its staff about the productivity email not to worry about it, answering it. And this is troubling because this is the Department of Health and Human Services run by RFK Jr. And so they said, don't answer it because it might be read by foreign actors. Didn't they have a deadline by midnight?
Midnight yesterday.
Last night. Yeah. I don't. And see, this is part of the problem. Why can't Republicans just stick together?
Right.
Well, and I think you and I kind of talked about this for a second earlier. I think that you're going to get a closed door meeting between the president and Robert F. Kennedy and say, look, you need to track this down, find out who sent out this email saying they don't need to do it, and go from there.
Sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
I bet that's
we lost a great singer yesterday. Tom, did you see Roberta Flack passed away at 88?
Yeah, she's gone.
Oh, what
Name
did
a
she
song.
sing?
Killing
Name
me
a song,
softly
Tom.
with his song. Oh, killing me softly.
Wait, you're doing that about 4 times faster than she did.
Yeah.
Monica sing it.
Killing me so.
First time
I just
I
know
ever
the
saw-
Fugees.
Yeah, first time
know
I
Laura
ever
now.
saw your face.
First time I ever saw your face. I feel like making love. She had a great duet with Danny Hathaway back in the day. See, I'm an R&B guy from way, way, way back in the day. But,
So
yeah,
that's the kind of music you put on with your lady.
Yeah, I mean, that's the type of music that you put on, and you're like, it's on.
Now, didn't she have the
That and
pimps?
some Barry White.
Didn't she have the pimps that sang?
Nah.
That one,
The
pimps?
who?
The who?
The pimps.
Who are the pimps, Tom?
Pimps.
No,
The
seriously.
Pimps.
Roberta Flack
Are you
and the
talking
Pimps.
about Gladys Knight
And the Pips?
and the Pimps? There's a big difference between a pimp and a pimp.
Ay,
Oh.
Dios mío.
Do you understand what a pimp is?
Yeah, but
That's somebody that's pimping some hoes.
yeah, she had the pimps.
No.
No. Oh, my God. Oh, dear sweet baby. I gave you a pass multiple times. today, but
And
I can't do it anymore.
Look, the ding dings you got yesterday, you just lost all of them.
You lost all your ding dings.
Looks like New Mexico Children, Youth, and Families Department sounding the alarm after a severe funding shortage. Why do we have a funding shortage? Last time I checked,
Well, they don't.
They look, they were like 225 people short. They couldn't hire enough people. They had a shortage of workers.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell you got a funding shortage, and you got 200 people that you haven't filled those positions? So that means that money is not being spent.
We don't have a funding shortage for them.
No, that's crazy. Even some of the worst Donald Trump haters say that the Democrats can't sell Dave.
Sheet.
Dave. Yeah, that's what I said. Mark Cuban admitted over the weekend Democrats can't sell and he said that President Donald Trump is a master marketer.
He is.
That he is.
And he said Democrats can't sell, they can't sell nothing.
Poo-poo.
That's Kamala Harris. That's funny. That's funny. Roswell man found guilty last week, first-degree murder, shooting at or from an occupied building, and 4 counts of child abuse in connection with the shooting death of a local woman in 2018. District Court jury convicted Raymond Anthony Lucero Jr., 46, in that 4-day trial. Lucero's girlfriend was fatally shot in 2018 when Lucero fired multiple shots into a residence at the Sunrise Mobile Home Park in Roswell. The children were with her at the time during the drive-by shooting. Lucero was identified as a suspect soon after that, and he was arrested. And I think he was a felon in possession of a weapon, also charged with that. Anyway, his sentencing is scheduled for March 26. And Tom, bad news if you're going to be flying. Airlines soon charge overweight passengers more for a ticket.
Oh, a la máquina.
Do you agree with
like what's overweight?
Anything over 200?
Well, that ain't bad. I'm just 80 pounds over 200.
You're 80 pounds over 100, so you're 180?
Over 200.
Do you understand how much so like if my bag weighs 80 pounds and it's supposed to weigh 50 pounds, you know how much that cost me? About 200.
So they're going to charge me $200 more to fly?
Yep. You better get to losing weight right now.
Well, I mean, think about that. How is that fair for me if my bag weight is overweight and they charge me, but they don't charge you?
That's not fair. I'd rather drive to Vegas then.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably make that journey in 3 weeks.
I'd rather drive anyway. But
I'm just saying, it looks like airlines could soon be charging overweight passengers. And the story doesn't give a whole bunch of details. So I was just giving you.
We kind of knew that was coming someday. We knew that would be a possibility.
Well,
don't sometimes they charge large folks for another seat?
Yeah.
2 seats.
Did they charge you for 2 seats last time, Tom?
One.
Just one.
I got wedged between two big people, very big people, and I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was like under one of them's arm, and I was like, "Oh my Lord!"
So smell or suffocation you were gonna die from?
Both.
That's the one thing that I just pobrecitos.
Now I had to use an extension.
Yeah, I felt bad for them, but at the same time, I really felt bad for me.
Did it say 200 pounds was the cutoff for that?
No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
I was going to say because at different heights and stuff. I mean, what are they going to say over?
Yeah.
If are they just going to look at you and go, "Hey, you're fat. You get to pay more."
Yeah, you pay more.
You're fat and pushy. We're charging you more.
Now,
whatever.
Where does the money come from when, for like New Mexico? It comes from taxpayers. That's our money.
Yes.
But Trump administration looking to reduce the size of government. State leaders, by the way, said, don't worry about it. We're going to help the federal workers who lost their jobs. And by the way, everybody on the federal level that lost their job is getting a compensation package. Every one of them is getting a compensation package. But New Mexico Department of Workforce Solutions says around 140 unemployment claims this month have come from federal workers. And the state's like, don't worry about it. We're going to take care of you.
At the direction of the governor.
That's our money. That's
well,
taxpayers.
wait a minute. What did they tell the people up at the coal place up there?
Well,
what did they tell them?
They lost their job. They lost the people who were at the coal plant lost their job, and they said, well, learn how to do something else.
Yeah.
And remember the Keystone Pipeline?
Right.
Well, I guess you better learn how to type code. Remember that?
Yep.
By the way, Donald Trump is trying to get the Keystone Pipeline going again. We'll play a cut coming up next
That's
break.
Be tough. Didn't they dismantle part of that?
I don't know if they dismantled it, but I think it still can be done. All right, 7:06. We didn't do the price of oil this morning, being brought to you by Spinnaker Cementing Solutions, a division of CUD Energy Services built to serve all the big drilling programs. They've got 200 experienced cementing professionals on the job. They've got 25 cementing crews in New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. Find them at spinnakeroil.com or just stop in and check them out on Magnum Industrial Road in Hobbs. Tom, 706.
West Texas Intermediate, $70.67, $74.68 for Brent crude, and the price of natural gas at $4 even. B.
All right, let me check the weather quickly. Being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror and Grooming Tool, ×1, ×5, ×10. Magnification mirrors with LED lights. Comes in a traveling case. Travels very easy. Weighs less than 4 pounds. They also have the new pocket mirrors that are available. Go and check that out at Atlas Makeup Mirror, or go and check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Call Rebecca Long today. If you want one, you can just stop in and pick one up at her office. 575-631-3189. Have you ever thought you got the Atlas Makeup Mirror and you were like, man, I wish they had the one that was smaller that fit in my pocket or in my purse? Now they got it. They got it. 575-631-3189, atlasmakeupmirror.com. High today for southeast New Mexico. It is warming up. It is going to be a beautiful day today, up to 80 and sunny. Overnight low tonight, 45, 67 tomorrow. Windy conditions with winds gusting up to about 30 miles an hour from the northwest. And for Lincoln County, we're talking about 68 and sunny today, 41 tonight, 61 tomorrow, but a chance of snow Wednesday into Thursday morning, and warming up just in time for the weekend. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Let me get you updated with all the news. We'll keep you updated with everything going on. Still to come, things that happen on this date in history, boob of the day, and so much more. News is being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Handguns, rifles. They've got your shotguns. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Right now, if you're looking for home protection, they've got the Citadel 12-gauge shotgun. Comes with a lifetime warranty for $159. Over-under shotgun, 12-gauge and 20-gauge for $329. That also comes with the lifetime warranty. Find all the guns you will ever need, plus ammo, cleaning supplies, and so much more. And if you're looking for personal protection, they have lethal and non-lethal personal protection. 575-622-0023 or 1907 North Main in Roswell. Closed Saturday, always open on Sunday. Taking a break. We're coming back. KWMW, Malgemar, 105.1 FM, and KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso. We're being the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. Senate Bill 23 seeks to raise from 20 to 25% the cap on oil and gas royalty rates paid by operators on the value of oil and gas extracted in the state trust land. Passed in the state Senate on a vote of 21 to 15 along party lines. The increased rate would only apply to new leases on the most high-value tracts of state trust land in the southeast Permian Basin region, Eddy and Lee counties, according to the State Land Office. The measure now moves on to the House. The Bureau of Land Management New Mexico State Office will hold an oil and gas lease sale on May 22nd for 3 oil and gas parcels totaling 1,261 acres. The parcels for the Pecos District Office include 2 in Eddy County and 1 in Chavez County. Oil and gas leases are issued for a 10-year period and continue for as long thereafter as oil or gas is produced in paying quantities. If a leasee fails to produce oil and gas, does not make annual rental payments, does not comply with the terms and conditions of the lease, or relinquishes the leasehold reverts to the federal government. And Hobbs and Lovington school districts are shifting their focus to accountability as they work to improve proficiency in math, reading, and science. The superintendents in both districts say true progress requires a cultural change that puts learning, rather than just teaching, at the center of their educational strategy. Statewide, New Mexico, which ranks last in education, has proficiency levels in the 2023-24 school year of 19% in math, 32% in reading, and 31% in science. For the 2023-24 school year, Hobbs had 38% for math, 34% for reading, and 32% for science, while Lovington reported 16% proficiency for math, 30% for reading, and 31% for science. Both districts have set aggressive goals for improvement. Hobbs is increasing instructional time for math and expanding tutoring programs, while Lovington is strengthening teacher support and recruitment efforts. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Enter the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Wilbanks LLC, formerly known as Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC, is the same family-oriented company as in the past 30 years, seeking dedicated employees. Immediate openings for NCCCO certified crane operators, CDL positions, and riggers. Apply online at wilbanks.us or call Darla King at 575-746-6318. You can stop by 309 South 20th Street, Suite 9 in Artesia, New Mexico. Wilbanks LLC offers competitive pay, paid time off, health, dental, vision, and retirement benefits. All starting wages are determined by experience. Wilbanks LLC is dedicated to the safety and well-being of their employees, providing quality training and safety practices. Wilbanks LLC has locations in Artesia and Hobbs, New Mexico. Coming soon, 74 East Compress Road, Artesia, New Mexico, and 1607 Southwest County Road in Hobbs.
Whoa, I woke up this morning.
There's nothing funny about getting up early in the morning, except being the Breakfast Club.
Au contraire, baby.
And now let's get cracking with the biggest knuckleheads. B, Monica, Tom, and Blake.
I feel really connected to this story.
Are you tired of getting beat up when you fly commercial?
Hi, I'm checking in for my flight.
Air Travel Self-Defense will teach you combat moves so you can survive your next flight. From overzealous security guards to maniacs at the baggage claim, no one will get in your way, not even those pesky fat kids at the food court.
I'm cutting you, mister.
Fly with the confidence of a first-class black belt at Air Travel Self-Defense.
After watching the video of Atlanta, Georgia, you might need to take that class.
Right.
You might need to take it. That was fairly ugly. Tom, when are you going on vacay?
Well, it's scheduled for April.
April what?
WrestleMania. Be there.
That weekend of WrestleMania.
What weekend is that, Tom? I want to put it on my calendar.
But I haven't decided.
Do you already have your tickets for WrestleMania?
You haven't decided when WrestleMania is?
No, WrestleMania is that weekend.
What weekend is it?
31st through the 2nd.
Of April. April, March. April, May.
Yeah. But I have
WrestleMania. I haven't asked my daughter for my
so
tickets.
The 31st is a Thursday of April.
My sister's paying for the airline tickets.
So either
No.
But I'm either going to get the Hall of Fame day 1 or day 2.
I don't know what that means.
Wait.
Hall of Fame induction.
The choices that you have to make in life.
2 of WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. How much are the tickets, Tom?
$450.
Is that where John Cena's going to retire?
Yeah.
No.
Wait. $450?
Yep.
To go see a staged event?
Yep. And those are the cheap seats.
Wow.
You doing that or your daughter doing that?
No, I'm getting them tickets.
Cool. You going to pay for hers too?
Well, I haven't.
She's not a wrestling fan.
Well, aren't you going to take her with you?
Told her
Wait, how much are they?
She don't want to go.
How much are they?
$450.
You're going to go out and see her and go to WrestleMania, and you're not taking her with you?
Well, I'm going to treat her to something
And
else in Vegas.
Thank God that your sister's paying for your airline tickets.
By the way, she went to Dallas the other day trying to get a job with United Airlines.
Nice.
What did they tell her? She's told.
Well, her divorce is final next month, so she wants to get back in the air.
So what did they tell her? She's too old?
No, she didn't tell me anything yesterday. So I'm just
So they
interviewing
didn't
for
tell
the
her
job.
she's too.
But that would be good. Maybe I get tickets to fly on United.
You come from a really good family, Tom.
That's all about.
What happened?
How old is she, Tom? How old is she?
55.
How old?
55.
65?
55.
55. Starting a new career.
Well, no,
At 55.
restarting her career.
That's awesome.
But, she raised them girls,
Well-
so that's why she quit.
I would
to be the
love,
housewife and the mom.
love to be a stewardess.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Yeah,
be
I got
stewardess when
a
I was
friend
little.
of mine. In fact, Tom, it's the chick that you actually posted pictures of on your Facebook page
I
that
don't
contacted me
remember.
and said,
Period.
I don't know how they got on my Facebook page. Somebody must have hacked into my phone and posted them. But that's what Kelly does. She's a stewardess.
Yeah.
So
Well, they call
Someone
it
just
airline
texted and said
attendant.
WrestleMania
not a
is
stewardess.
April
What's it called?
19th and 20th.
No,
Yeah.
it's the first.
what's that called? It's not. It's called a flight attendant. Don't call
Flight
Yes.
attendant.
Right.
Oh, you call them stewardess.
So when,
No.
when is it?
April 19th and 20th.
No, it's the first weekend of April.
The first week of April?
Hey Siri,
Yeah.
You just said it was the end
when
of April.
is
No, no.
WrestleMania
End of March.
2025?
Oh, Lord.
April. What?
By the way, I'll be
Carmen,
off
when
a
is
couple-
WrestleMania?
I'll bring you guys some Vegas stuff.
Listen.
Well,
Okay.
Blake, you can't
She'll
expect
know.
him to know. I'll need a couple days off because my son is coming to the Philippines. So April 21st through May 2nd. I'm going to be taking him
When?
all
This
over the
texture
place.
is
When?
correct. April 19th and 20th.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas, Nevada.
But I'm gonna work through most of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
420, Tom? Are you going to
send me a
toke it
text
up
later
and
and I'll
go?
put it on my calendar.
Yeah. What's that?
All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa. Fusion Medical Spa. Go in and talk to Dr. Rapp. He's got specials through the entire month of February. And maybe you messed up Valentine's Day. Get her a gift certificate. Let her decide what treatments that she might want. And they're offering many different treatments right now. 15% off. 15% off the 3 skin peel treatments, the hair lays, 20% off the vampire facials and the lip lace treatments. And if you are a teenager and have acne problems, they're offering the Diamond Glow at 50% off. Yes, 50% off with your student ID. And if you're suffering with knee pain, hip pain, shoulder pain, and they've already told you need surgery, talk to Dr. Rapp. It's worth the phone call to talk to him about, stem cell therapy. Stem cell is the next thing in the future. The future is here already. Talk to Dr. Rapp about that. 575-257-4772. Go to FusionMedicalSpa.com. New research finds that a break from your smartphone can reboot your mood.
I believe
which means that nobody on the face of the planet is rebooting their mood and putting down the smartphone. See, it's good for mental health, is what they're saying. A break from the smartphone.
Oh, I agree.
That's why there's a lot of people that try to go camping and they go places the phone doesn't work. Like at our cabin. Like I'm lucky I can get text. Anything else is pretty much out of the question.
Yeah, I could probably do without the cell phone. It's my audiobooks that are on the cell phone. I guess I could put those on a reader or something. According to a new survey, 33% of men plans to increase their online shopping activity in 2025. And that's mainly because they're worried about having a heart attack. So when they shop for their wives at Target or Walmart on the day of Christmas and Valentine's Day, they could suffer a heart attack because of that. Yeah, that's why they plan to shop more online. Tom, you do a lot of online shopping, right?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Appeals court in California has denied the plea by the disgraced founder of the Thorneros. What exactly is that? He's serving a 9-year sentence currently. Her name is Elizabeth Holmes, and she was convicted in 2022. And the challenge contestant, Tony Raines, arrested driving while intoxicated. I have no idea who that is either. And Linwood Honda in Washington State. Buy any new Honda, get a dozen eggs absolutely free.
Really? Okay.
You know, it was only a matter of time before a car dealer rolled that out. You get a dozen eggs absolutely free if you buy a new Honda. Will that bring people in? I don't think so.
Is that why you said you were going to go look at a new car, Tom?
Why? No, wrong. Just to get the eggs? Yeah.
Why are you going to look for a new car?
He was saying that, man. I ain't looking for a new car.
Oh.
Nobody's giving him a new car. He doesn't look for them.
Midland County Sheriff's Office conducted a sex offender compliance operation in Midland.
Uh-oh.
According to Midland County Sheriff's Department, James Creel, Charles Thompson, Tom, they list all these folks. Anyway, they were not complying with their registration as a sex offender. I had no idea that somebody is actually keeping up with that. That's actually a good sign. And Texas teaming up with ICE, making raids in the state. By the way, they raided the largest migrant Colony. Texas Governor Greg Abbott announced that the public safety troopers, along with special agents assisting ICE, and they raided the Colony Ridge subdivision in Houston. Colony Ridge was targeted today by troopers, and they took out a bunch of people. By the way, that's a 30,000-acre housing development 40 miles out of Houston. And they called that a place where you've got a bunch of people that are undocumented living. And that because of that, when they made the raid, they found 350 pounds of methamphetamine back in mid-February. So they knew they were going to find drugs, and they did find drugs along with individuals during that ICE raid. And the undersheriff resigned in Bernalillo County. Bernalillo County Undersheriff Joanne Guajardo has resigned under John Allen, described ongoing FBI inquiry that could implicate Guajardo in the DWI scheme. This thing is growing. It started with the Albuquerque Police Department. Now it encompassed state police. They made the first person to resign from state police because of this a couple weeks ago. Now Bernalillo County Undersheriff. This thing is huge. Yep. And the problem with this, all the police officers that were involved in this, every DUI case they ever went to court for could be overturned.
Wow.
Because they're tainted at this point.
Right.
Not good.
And
American
probably
tourists
will be overturned.
Yeah, most definitely. Looks like an American tourist arrested in Paris after allegedly throwing a newborn baby out of a hotel window. The American woman arrested in Paris. She threw the baby out of the newborn baby out of the hotel window. Paris prosecutor's office confirmed the incident, first reported on a local news site, picked up by the New York Post. Child was thrown out of the window early in the morning, and second-story window. That American woman is currently being detained and allegedly was part of a young adults traveling group traveling Europe. Officials are investigating. And by the way, she denied that she was pregnant, even though DNA was found in the bedroom where they believed that in the bathroom where the newborn was thrown out. Sad. So sad. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed, bonded, insured, local veteran, owns A Custom Construction and Roofing. Dwayne Pennant, give him a call this morning. He's got 30 years experience in the construction business, and it's got an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Dwayne's number is 575-318-9725. Need a roofer that you can trust? Dwayne is the best in the biz. Give him a call. 575-318-9725. Warning you to be very aware and beware of those unlicensed out-of-town contractors. Their warranties are not even worth the paper they're written on. 728, Tom on the text.
Smokey in Arizona. Tom, as much as you run into stuff, you don't need a new car. You just need to get a bulldozer. That way you don't mess it up as bad, says Smokey this morning. Okay.
And I saw a video where MJT wanted to impeach Speaker Johnson. What's going on? I thought he was a conservative. Why is Marjorie Taylor Greene going at him? What did Johnson do? Said critical and Pecos.
Look, I can answer that. Marjorie Taylor Greene does not like Speaker Johnson. Speaker Johnson is the reason I'm not a Republican today. I'm an independent. Because Speaker Johnson sided with Joe Biden and the Democrats not once, not twice, but 3 times on the budget and soaked the American taxpayers. So I'm not a fan of Johnson.
Gotcha.
And that's why she's not a fan.
Right.
Gotcha. And speaking of fans, this texter said, so I take it Monica isn't a Kamala fan. LOL. Absolutely not.
Wait, who is? Do you know anyone who is a Kamala fan?
Anti-MAGA person on here.
Well, I see. Are they really a Kamala fan, or are they just doing that to try to push a button? Because nobody who really knows her is a fan of her. Like, you hear these people talk behind the scenes. Sure. None of her people like her. Her staff didn't like her.
Look, just look at when she did run for presidency. In the California primary, how many votes she got? She didn't even win her home state.
Right.
No.
You know,
she dropped out before Iowa.
Yeah.
She dropped out of the presidential race.
You know, I've only known her in the position that she's in, and I just think, like, as a woman, like, that's not a place for a woman.
But she didn't get that by...
Correct. She didn't earn it at all. She was just placed there as a little puppet.
Yeah, because they wanted to check a box.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan at all. Nope. And guys, can y'all just imagine being on a flight with Crop Duster Tommy or having to sit next to Mr. Flatulent?
It would be so sad.
Listen, all I know is that it would be stanky.
So
that's for sure, but it would be hilarious.
So instead
we're about
of just
to laugh our tails off.
So instead of just being Senor Caliente, he will be Senor Caliente Flagellante.
Yeah, like if we ever had to ride on a plane together, like I'm hooking you up with somebody. I'm gonna be like, hey, my Theo is lonely. He wants to meet somebody. Where are you headed?
Oh hell! No.
I'm gonna leave you like
nobody.
Totally in the dark.
Oh, that is
way.
So mean.
No, it's funny.
You're
funny.
Gonna do that to some poor lady?
Yeah, of course they're gonna be like, we'll find out if they're interested or not. Like those
Ask
are the
them
kinds
how much
of
money
things
they
I want
have
to do.
first.
I think women like that stuff.
What? Being put on the spot like that?
Well,
some do.
Gas?
You know, if you really wanted a woman, there is one out there for you.
Chamber?
A crazy loca Mexicana that'll put up
Somebody
with your junk.
like the smell of gas.
Somebody who likes this. There is somebody for you. I promise you, in the name of Jesus, there is.
Okay.
But you're like you said, you're Tommy. You're set in your ways, and you're okay without a woman, and you're okay with watching porn.
You know, the cool thing is,
okay.
if you come up with a dating app, your profile would be the Gasinator.
Women like that stuff.
Stuck in my ways.
Women like what?
The Gasinator.
They don't like gas guys. They put up with it. The same way guys don't like gas girls. They put up with it.
No, they'll put up with it.
All right.
On the way, we're going to talk about a Brazilian illegal alien charged with rape caught in Massachusetts. We'll talk about that. Kash Patel sworn in by the ATF. And the French president. We'll hear from Emmanuel Macron coming up in just a second also. Let's take out the trash. Being brought to you by Trash Eaters. Trash-eaters.com. Call Kayleen. 575-408-1719, 96-gallon poly carts, 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters for you commercial customers, and they have the big roll-off containers. If you're in the patch and need a roll-off container, call Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com if you're driving this morning, or 575-408-1719, veteran-owned and veteran-operated. Well, a liberal thought it was a good idea to, think about murdering Elon Musk. I told you about the post that I saw on TikTok where somebody said Elon Musk wanted dead or alive. And I actually first time ever filed a complaint.
Right.
And Facebook came back and said, no, it doesn't constitute going against the community standards. And I was like, what? Calling for somebody dead or alive? Well, but acting U.S. Attorney Ed Martin in the District of Columbia replied to a post Monday showing a video of a woman calling for the assassination of Elon Musk. Martin previously opened probes into Democrat Senator Chuck Schumer and Robert Garcia of California over allegedly threatening comments were made and that they made against Elon Musk. But here we go, somebody on TikTok, and then it was reposted on X saying, wanted dead or alive. Woman went on to say, I promised myself that I would avoid the news, but Elon Musk wanted dead or alive and posted mimicked a throat being cut.
Ooh.
By the way, state's attorney got in touch with her. Looks like she is in a little bit of trouble.
Good.
See, encouraging people to die is not cool. When I saw that about Elon Musk being wanted dead or alive, I was like, man, I get in trouble for saying that somebody's going to beat your ass. They take my post down. But wanted dead or alive, that's okay. Maybe I just need to learn to word things different. The compassionate left, so compassionate. I'm taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters. Looks like ICE detainer request for a Brazilian illegal alien accused of rape. In a rare case in Massachusetts, police honored a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detainer request. ICE Boston apprehended 21-year-old William Robert dos Santos after he was charged with raping a person in Massachusetts last month. William dos Santos, charged with victimizing a Massachusetts resident and raping them multiple times. So the ICE detainer, when they picked this guy up, and by the way, the smile that this guy had on his face, big old smile on his face as they're escorting him out.
That's awful.
So will he be escorted out of the United States? I'm sure he's going to serve his time in prison and then escorted out. By the way, Massachusetts is one of those states that they're not really happy with ICE going in there. But in this case, the police in Boston thought it was great that ICE actually captured this guy because they couldn't find him. Thank you, ICE. And Kash Patel sworn in as the ATF acting director. So Kash Patel has the FBI to run and ATF. Is that too much for one person?
Not really. He's got game.
You don't think so? That's a lot of responsibility for one person. And I haven't heard of anybody getting confirmed as the ATF director. So we'll have to wait and see on that. All right, 738, things that happened on this date in history coming up in just a second. Morning show being brought to you by Finn's Country Market. Big specials going on right now. Fryer drumsticks and thighs, 99 cents a pound. Also, the top sirloin steak, $5.99 a pound. Get the Boston butt pork roast for $1.69 a pound, and the bottom round roast for $5.99 a pound. Strawberries, 1 pound, get 2 pounds for $4. The golden potatoes, 3-pound bag for 99 cents. And the bell peppers, the green bell peppers, 3 for $1. You can also find sandwich wheat bread for $1.48. You can get from the deli department the turkey breast for $6.99 a pound, Black Forest ham for $4.99 a pound, and American cheese for $6.99 a pound. And from the beverage department, get Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans for $6.99. 739, Tom on the text.
Good morning, says the text. Did you see the story about the tie that Cash wore? It had a paddle boater on it. Supposedly, he will investigate Obama's dead cook that died paddle boating, says the text.
Paddle boarding.
Excuse me, paddle boarding.
That's interesting.
And hopefully the ATF...
Well, the way that guy died was suspicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, Tom, if you're going to go to WrestleMania, use your press pass. You can get in for $125.
Yeah. You say you could do that? You said that you could do that. I mean, just flash it. You'll be fine. They'll go, oh, you're Tom A.
Yes, sir.
Come on in.
All right. My bucket list would be to go on a cruise boat so I can complete my land, sea, and air travel. Oh, that's interesting.
That's cool.
And this is off the topic, but this came in way earlier. Have y'all watched the new series on Netflix called 0 Day?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's not great. It's okay.
Okay. And that's not true, B. Tom A is Ashley because he cropped us. And going back to that email where people had to send in 5 things that they did, that editor chick said, I have to give 2 reports a week on what I've done at my job. Sometimes that just means saying I'm still working on project, whatever. It's not that hard to just give a general update on what you're doing to get paid.
Oh.
I agree.
Yeah.
And see,
you know, back in the day when I was running radio stations, the staff had to give me a sales report every day to let me know how many calls they made and who they sold. And it's not a big deal. At the end of the day, you come back to the office and you turn that in. If you fill it out as you go on your sales reports, and it also helps you track who you called on certain days.
Right. I do want to read this one because this is a good one. Jody said, I know a government employee that works at an Air Force base in San Antonio that builds Legos when he's at work because there's nothing to do, but he gets paid.
And C now says, hopefully the ATF just got eliminated. I mean, local law enforcement should be able to handle it, says C now.
C no.
Oh, C now.
C no.
KNOW is no.
Yeah.
And I do have
Did you just call him senile?
Yeah, he calls him senile.
He can't say the word no.
What it means?
KNOW, Tom. What word is that?
Now.
No.
Thank God you didn't marry my wife.
Why does Cackle.com talk over everyone and interrupt all the time? Hard to listen to the show and keep up with too many people on the air. 3 is a great number. Should have left it alone, says the Cackle hater.
Ooh,
well, I'm going to quit just for you.
No,
I will not be here tomorrow. I'm done. I'm out.
No, you're not.
I'm leaving.
No, you're not. I won't
Cackle
let you.
hater hates me. You guys,
Look,
come on
just
now.
because they can't keep
They
up.
hate me too.
I want to say that this person either has connections to the other radio station and hates me for that reason.
I think so.
Or just can't
Or
stand
maybe
me.
it is the other radio station.
Yeah.
They do listen, so, you know, maybe it is.
Good morning, you guys.
Maybe that's what it is.
Do you want any more?
Let's get to Emmanuel Macron. He sat down with Brett Baer yesterday, and listen to what he said about, he said in another cut that he knew that, they weren't paying their fair share. Now they're going to pay their fair share. Listen to what he said about Trump.
And I think the arrival of President Trump is a game changer. And I think he has the deterrence capacity of the U.S. to re-engage with Russia. So I think it's feasible.
So he thinks that putting an end to the war is feasible. Donald Trump yesterday was asked a question about ending the war. Here's what Donald Trump had to say.
But when I got here, one of the first calls I made was to President Putin, and we were treated with great respect, and they want to end this war. So that's a big thing, because I didn't know if I could say that, but it's a big thing. They want to do it, and the group in the front row that I introduced, they're all very active in it, and we're working on deals right now.
If Trump can pull this off, Nobel Peace Prize,
You
maybe?
know it. I give it to him.
And Macron said that they haven't been paying their fair share. Listen to what he said.
And we are also well aware that Europeans need to do more for security in Europe, for defense in Europe, and to more fairly share the security burden that your country's been carrying for so many years. Mr. President, you know how much friendship I show towards you, and I have towards you since your first term. Europe is very clear-eyed about this. We know what we need to do as Europeans, given the threats surrounding us and the responsibilities that we must shoulder.
So, it's kind of sad that, number one, when he sat down with Bret Baier, he spoke great English, but he needed an interpreter to, that's kind of, and in Europe, everybody speaks English, so I don't know why he needed an interpreter. But it's amazing. Donald Trump, I don't know if anybody remembers this going back, when Donald Trump sat down with Europe, and he said, you guys need to pay your fair share. And he got them to bump up a little bit. Yeah. And everybody was crying because he bullied them. And now you have Macron saying, look, we know we haven't been paying our fair share. And look, people aren't going to pay more unless you make them pay more. Leadership is so important.
We have a text. I want to read it really quick. It's regarding Emmanuel Macron. It says he was groomed and is married to a guy. Is that true, Kevin?
I don't think that's true. In fact, I don't. Seen his wife.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen his wife. Now look, Europe is very open. Some of their beliefs are you might be married to a girl, but maybe you got a side dude or something.
Oui.
Yeah, they roll a little different in Europe. Right, Tom?
I have no idea what them guys do over there.
Well, I know you know a lot of Europeans.
I do?
Well, I thought you did. I mean, you mean you just know about Dion's life? That's all you know about is Dion's life? You don't know nothing about those Europeans?
Push that this morning? Come on.
Oh, you don't know anything about it? Oh, okay. Maybe Joy Reid. Maybe you know something about Joy Reid. She spoke yesterday about getting fired.
Yeah,
Think about this. She gets fired on Black. It's African American Month. And she got fired, and Lester Holt got fired also. Well, he walked away, but I think he was forced to walk away. Here's what Joy Reid had to say.
And that, I'm sorry, that what I was doing had value. And in the end,
it had so much value that they ran your ass off. That's how much value it had.
All I can say for her is I genuinely hope she gets whatever she deserves.
Well, I hope she gets some help.
You definitely reap what
I hope
you sow.
she definitely gets whatever
she
should be coming to her.
And that's what she got.
Yeah. Melanie Stansbury. She had no problem giving us 5 things that she did. See, it's not really that hard. Everybody's making a big deal. Melanie Stansbury did it. You can do it too if you're a government worker.
Let me say what my 5 bullets for the week are. I fought to defend the Constitution and the rule of law. I fought back against these reckless assaults on our people. I heard the heartbreaking stories of how they're impacting New Mexico. I met with tribal leaders, federal employees, and hundreds of New Mexicans. And I headed back here to D.C. to take back the fight, because we will not stop this fight. We will not allow this chaos, this incompetence, and this lawlessness.
Incompetence.
Wait a minute. Her 5 things. One of them was somebody else doing something.
Yeah. Resist, and resist. And then you had Teresa Legger Fernandez
Miss
saying
Cultural
that
Appropriation.
Republicans want to defund the police. Yes, that's what she said.
She said that.
Yeah.
To protect Medicaid in general, I am going to ask Republicans to commit to their statements about families' values and support protecting new mothers and newborn babies.
This is the wrong cut. She's talking about the Medicaid cuts.
Whoa, wait a minute. You want to protect mothers and newborn babies. Isn't she on the big train to kill them before they're born?
Yes, but guess how they get paid? How are the abortions paid? Medicaid.
Yep.
That's why they're trying to protect us. She continues, listen.
Medicaid funds that care for more than 40% of all births in the United States, 40%. The number is even higher in rural areas. Giving birth should not be a partisan issue. Republican women give birth, Democratic women give birth, independent women give birth. It happens all across the country, and so many of them need Medicaid so that they can both get assistance and get those babies assistance.
Now, wait a minute. There's a key thing here. These Democrats are finally admitting it's women who give birth.
Right. Ding. Ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding,
Tom,
ding, ding. All the dings, Blake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tom, you eat a lot of Girl Scout cookies, right?
Yes, whenever they're available.
Are they
They're on
available
sale
yet?
now.
Lemon flavored.
Who's got them?
Joe Rogan,
Text now.
I hate to be the guy
Already bought
that
them.
pees on the campfire. I hate to be the guy that pees on the campfire, but Joe Rogan just did a deal about Girl Scout cookies. And I'm not a big backer of the Girl Scouts, but because they're a very, very far left liberal organization. Very far left.
Yep.
And when you mess with the Boy Scouts, Anyway, Rogan talked about the Girl Scout cookies. Listen about how toxic the Girl Scout cookies are.
Thin Mints being the worst offenders. 5 flavors of Girl Scout cookies contained, contained levels of glyphosate and heavy metals above EPA water safety limits. New investigation found 100% of tested Girl Scout cookies contained glyphosate, 100%. Controversial herbicide in Roundup, 88% contained toxic metals like arsenic, lead, and mercury. Key finding, Thin Mints had the highest glyphosate levels at 111.07 ppb, 334 times what experts say is harmful. Peanut butter patties had the highest heavy metal contamination, with lead reaching 42.5 ppb and aluminum at 27,500 ppb, ppm. 76% of cookies tested exceeded cadmium safety limits, and 96 contained lead.
Damn.
So,
No wonder they're
Tom,
so good.
You're still eating the Girl Scout cookies?
I need some aluminum on them.
And I bet you can track the rise in cancer cases
Hey.
right
that's
to Girl
so
Scout cookie sales with
true.
all that glyphosate.
Wow.
Dang,
Unbelievable. But Tom, you're still going to eat them? You're still going to eat them?
Yeah, I'm going to support them. The individual little girls will go out and sell the cookies.
You mean their moms?
Yeah, well, their moms too.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not eating them. I am not eating them.
Nope.
I'm kind of
I give a damn about my body. I'm not going to eat them.
Again,
my body is a
glyphosate
temple.
is Roundup, and that's
Yes.
by Monsanto. And you can say what you want about corporations, but Monsanto, in my opinion, is one of the most evil entities on the planet.
Sure. Now, are these
And you
listed
treat your
on the
body like a
box?
temple, Kevin, but Tom treats his like a tent. There you go.
My body is the temple of the Holy Ghost. You know that song, Tom?
No, I'm not gonna eat that. Carolyn Levitt talked about Keystone Pipeline. Could that be coming back? See, nobody cried when they laid off the 10,000 Keystone Pipeline workers. They said, well, learn a different hobby. You know, you pipeliners out there, we don't like pipelines. That's what Joe Biden said. We don't like pipeliners. Learn the code. Nobody cried for those guys. But the federal workers, we're going to cry. Here's what Levitt said about maybe bringing back the Keystone Pipeline.
about the company that was shooed away and canceled by the Biden administration who wanted to build the Keystone XL pipeline. He is inviting them back. We want the Keystone XL pipeline built. He wants a pipeline built in the Northeast, in New England, where I am from, where we have some of the highest electricity and utility rates in the country. This is a president who is constantly thinking about how he can help the American people.
By the way, she's standing outside the White House with the backdrop of the White House in the back, and she's wearing a white coat. She looks the part of somebody that's intelligent and can speak on different topics. It is a breath of fresh air. It is. Looks like New Mexico leaders are looking to, I did that story already. We talked about Macron, too. I'm going to take that one and throw it away. Yeah, talking about Macron, talking about Ukraine. Boston councilwoman backs off. She's the one that was going after Tom Homan. She tried to ridicule Tom Homan. She looked up his resume, and from 1983 to 84, he worked at West Carthage, New York Police Department. He was a beat cop before he went to work for the Border Patrol. And she said, this coming from a guy that worked for the West Carthage, New York Police Department, which is about the size of Fenway Park. It was between 83 and 85. He was an up-and-comer. He was getting experience. Look where he's at today. He's worked for, 6 presidents? And so after he shot back at her, looks like she pretty much caved. See, that's what bullies usually do. Yeah. And so she's gone. Yeah. She's not gonna say a damn word about Tom Homan anymore.
Yeah.
Tom Homan is a great American. Thank God for Tom Homan. New Mexico looks like the Eagles will accept the White House. They took a lot of crap. They had said they weren't going to the White House. Well, it looks like the Eagles are going to go to the White House. They're waiting for a date from President Trump to make it a reality. But it does look like now they say they are going to the White House. Megyn Kelly did a big rant about the Eagles not going to the White House. I'm not saying that turned the tables, but there was a lot of pushback, so it looks like the Eagles are going to the White House. And thank God for the little things. They should go to the White House. You know what? When Biden was president, everybody went. And, when Trump was president, I remember thinking, when Trump was president the first go round in 2019, LSU won the national championship. They went. And that was during the whole Black Lives Matters deal. You remember that?
Yep.
They still went to the White House and had a good time doing it. All right, 7:58, text line. We're going to get to things that happened on this date in history, national anthem and the pledge, and more. 7:58.
All right, this text is saying Patel and Bongino will be a great team. And it turns out that the Eagles are not going to the White House was a fake news. And the bomb threat by the Proud Boys was also fake news, says the texter this morning. And, oh, man,
I'd have to see proof of that.
Yeah. And, oh, man, I just bought 4 boxes of the Girl Scout cookies, says this one texter.
Someone said
and Joy Lead and carcinogenics.
You can donate them to Tom.
Suffering succotash. That's how I felt. Suffering succotash. Good morning.
Tom's like Mikey. Remember Mikey? Mikey eats anything. Tom's that guy.
And this texter, Uncle Mike is saying, it is true. Macron is married to Justin Trudeau.
No.
Uncle Mike spreading rumors.
Thank you.
That's Uncle Mike.
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful morning. I will agree with that. I say Blake for state rep, and to whom it may concern, we love the cackler. Keep the faith, Monica. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
But I live in Randy's district, and he's a friend of mine, and he's doing an excellent job. I would never run against him.
Y'all, racist liberal asked me, Monica, what is a woman's place? And so I responded to them. I told them, to come alongside and be a helpmeet, first to a husband, then everything else. My opinion is that a woman would never make a great president. Again, that's my opinion. Understand, that's my opinion. And then Blake's like, ask them what a woman is. And they're liberal. Ask them. I'm like, okay. So can you define a woman for us on the show? I'd like to share, Mrs. or Mr. Racist Liberal. And they've yet to answer. So I just wanted to put them on blast real quick, because
you stumped them. I don't know if they're going to answer.
Yeah. Okay. In my bucket list, I want to go on a cruise, says Jody from Lovington. Oh, shut the heck up, Jody.
On a submarine or what? Because right.
You want to go on a cruise for a full year? Maybe that's a bucket list.
Hey, got a bunch of buffets on that.
You could. I had a friend of mine.
You can do that.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine.
You can do that.
That's his retirement plan because it's cheaper to
you
book.
can stay for a whole year.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cheaper than like an assisted living facility or anything like that.
Yeah. But will they take care of you like that?
No.
You
got to be able to take care of yourself. But
and this texter said not a single federal worker who lost their job is getting a compensation package.
That's not what they said in the beginning.
Right.
I'm going to go back and find.
Yeah.
I think they're getting paid till September.
Yes. Thank you.
Ooh, there's an app that allows you to scan food products and cosmetics and tells you what hazards are in each product and what the hazards do to the body. Interesting. Yep.
And this texter said they probably need to check all of the other cookies on the shelf at the store as well. Says what texter.
You would be surprised if you knew what was in your food. Since we've really been paying attention, the stuff that we don't eat now is not because we go, oh, well, we just don't want Oreos, right? Because it's, they make you fat. But it's how I got here. And but we look at the other ingredients and things like glyphosate, if that's in there at all, that's a Roundup thing, that's a very known cancer-causing agent.
Yeah. And our districts in Lovington need new commissioners. That's a desire of mine. I do want to run.
I like that office.
You ought to run in Lovington.
I do.
Yeah.
Don't I have to live here for like a while?
Are you in the city limits?
I don't know.
6 months.
You have to be in the city limits.
I don't want to say where
6
I live
months.
on air, but
If you're within the city limits, you can run, but otherwise you're county.
well, maybe.
6 months.
Y'all gonna vote for me or what?
Well, make sure you're
Now,
my district.
county commissioner, I'm just saying, back in the day, I thought about running for county commissioner in Chaves County. And I think I could have won, but they get paid pretty good money and retirement, and it's a pretty good gig. What's the Lee County commissioner pay?
I know that they just got raises.
It's like 34 or 35,000, I think.
Hey.
35,000, and you meet one time a month.
Well, but there's other things. There's other things you have to do. It's not just that one meeting.
No, I want in there to make a difference.
Right.
Make some changes.
Well, I think most people want to do that. That's the reason Deanne Kimbrough ran and won for District 1. She wanted to make a difference.
Want to get that retirement. I mean, what you talking?
Well, make sure you change the district, because I didn't get to vote for either of my opponents.
You can't change the district, Tom. You live in the district you live in.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
a couple of people have asked for the name of the app.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Okay, I'm going back to let me see.
I'm trying to find it, and there's a
And
whole
another
bunch of them.
texter said, why would they add all of that stuff to our food? Why would they add it to our food, Blake?
Oh, that's a long, long story. But during the wars, World War II, Vietnam, and Korea, etc., they had Monsanto, remember, made all the Agent Orange and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they came up
So
with
we got extra Agent Orange.
Yeah, we had all these extra poison chemicals, and they came up with the bright idea to spray it on our food. And so
let's just dump it in.
And they said, well, we'll kill all the weeds and all the other stuff. So now the quick version of this is they have genetically modified like corn and soybeans and stuff like that to resist the poisons that they spray on the food. And because they genetically modified it, they now own the patent on a lot of food you eat, and farmers aren't allowed to plant their own corn. They have to buy the seed from them. And that's why, like for corn example, organic corn is very hard to come by, and it costs a little more, not a lot more, but a little more.
Sure.
And so, but they actively go after farmers that are next to them, the fields that do that, and try to sue them, because if the wind blows any of it over there, if they can trace any of it, they say, you've got ours, you owe us money.
Oh, wow.
Monsanto is an evil, evil company.
I'm sure. Okay, and I found I went and I did, it's called Yucca, Y-U-K-A, and it's the little app icon is a carrot. Yep, that's it. It's called Yucca Food and Cosmetic Scanner. And thank you to the person that sent that in. Are you a girl or a guy?
I'm going to check that out.
Yeah,
I am going to check that out.
Yucca.
All right, we got to get to things that happened on this date in history this morning. Being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs, veteran-owned and operated, largest selection of guns, and they're open 7 days a week. With the range open 7 days a week, want to buy a gun on Saturday and Sunday? That's not a problem. They're open 7 days a week. Plus, they have the Milo FBI training simulator. If you got somebody coming up and, kid growing up, you want to teach them how to shoot, this is a perfect place. Climate-controlled range. Maybe you want to teach somebody in the family how to protect themselves. The Milo FBI training simulator is perfect. That's what the pros use. They have all the guns you'll ever need. They offer financing for guns. If you're thinking about getting a suppressor, you can shoot at the range with your suppressor while awaiting approval from the feds. They offer financing on guns. They've got tactical gear, gun accessories, and so much more. 2atacticalrange.com and 236 East Navajo in Hobbs. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
So on this date in 1793, the very first president, President George Washington, held his very first cabinet meeting. There you go.
Nice.
They had to move the furniture from the cabinet because it was crowded. They moved it to the, the meeting room. 1836, Samuel Colt patented
the Colt 45,
the revolver.
Nice.
Ding, ding, ding.
On this date in 1919,
I want a ding.
You didn't get it. It's a revolver.
You want a ding.
Oregon became the first state to charge a gasoline tax. It was a penny per gallon. So blame them for this evil idea that your governor now wants to raise 50 cents a gallon on. And in 1940, a hockey game was televised for the very first time. Yeah. And in 1957, this is relevant for Lubbock and the surrounding area, Buddy Holly and the Crickets recorded what would become their first hit. What was it, Tom?
No True Love Ways.
Kevin for the save.
Buddy Holly.
The very first one.
That'll be the day.
Ding, ding, ding. Good save.
To the neighborhood.
You weren't even close.
I wasn't even paying attention.
You were asleep,
I'm
Tom.
Yeah, he's looking up stuff. I could tell by that silence. He's like, okay. But you still made the save.
God.
That's what counts. You made the save. Today is Let's All Eat Right Day and National Chocolate Covered Peanuts Day.
Oh, yeah.
No,
It can't be both, yet it is. It's also National Clam Chowder Day. 7 days to Mardi Gras, 12 days to Daylight Savings Time. James and Oliver Phelps turned 39 today. Tom is never going to get this. Any guess who they are?
I was reading what racist liberals saying.
They are better known as the older Weasley twins.
Oh.
Fred and George in the Harry Potter films. Rashida Jones turns 49 today.
You know what movie she was in?
No.
Tell us the TV shows that she's on.
Rashida Jones.
Rashida? No, tell us.
Or you can tell us who her parents are. I'll even go for that.
Rashida Makita.
I'll give you a ding either way.
She was in the movie Ted.
She's on
I
Boston.
would be mad if my name was Rashida.
She might have been. Boston Public, The Office, Parks and Rec.
Rashida.
Her parents are Peggy Lipton and Quincy Jones.
Right. Of course, he's dead.
Why'd you say right like
Tom.
that? Right.
Thanks.
Moving on. Sean Astin hits 54 today.
Rudy.
He was in Rudy. He's celebrating out of Hobbit. Yeah, he went from Goonies to Rudy to Lord of the Rings and Stranger Things. Who is he the son of, Tom?
What's her name?
What's her name?
She got an Academy Award for portraying
Patty Duke and John Astin.
Yeah, Patty Duke.
Who played Gomez on the old Addams Family TV show. Tia Leone hits
hot,
59 today.
Aw, I like Tia.
Family Man. She was in Family Man.
That's actually a shortened version of her name. That's her last name said as two names as her stage name.
Oh, neat.
Carrot Top is 60.
I like Carrot Top.
There's some gray in that orange now. What age do you just go back to Scott Thompson? Because that's his name.
That's his name.
Have you seen that guy lately?
No.
Although he's still doing stand-up.
He's actually a weightlifter now and is much bigger than he used to be.
Well, that wouldn't be that hard. He was pretty scrawny.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Ric Flair is 76 today. Woo! The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Karen Grassel is 83 today. Tom, one of your favorite TV shows she was on?
Never.
Little House on the Prairie. She played Caroline Ingalls. Whatever happened to Sally Jesse Raphael?
What did happen to her?
I know. She's 90 today.
What?
Hopefully she got some new glasses.
Right.
And it would have been George Harrison's birthday, but while he was alive, he celebrated on the 24th. His birth certificate says the 25th. Don't know what that's all about.
Wait.
My favorite Beatle. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. And Kevin, it's kind of light, but those are the things that happen on this day in history.
Well, happy birthday to my brother Dave. Turned 57 today.
Happy birthday, Tom's brother Dave.
Happy birthday to Tom's brother Dave. Is he the pilot?
He's the corporate pilot.
Fly safe today.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here, man.
Dude, Dave's not here. I just sent you a picture of
A la
Carrot Top.
máquina. I'm looking at him right
Yeah,
now.
Carrot.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He's
at
like,
that.
he's twice the man he used to be.
Look at his buff, man. Look
Yeah.
like me.
Yeah. You think that's all real, Kevin?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. He got in. He's been at it for about 10 years. Yep.
Dang. That's cool.
Crazy.
That's great.
All right. Let's get updated with the weather. Then our national anthem and pledge. KWMW Malmore 105.1 FM. KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso. Weather this morning being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. They offer dry cleaning, pressing, starching, and they can wash, dry, and fold your clothes. Walk in, drop off your clothes, and pick them up at a later date. And look, if you want to take care of your own clothes, they have coin-operated machines where you can come in 7 days a week, use the coin-operated machines. 609 West Lee Street in Carlsbad, 604 West Church in Carlsbad, and 406 West Cedar in Loving. Check them out today. Southeast New Mexico, high temperature 80 for today, 45 tonight. Tomorrow, 30-mile-an-hour winds from the northwest. High temperature tomorrow getting up to 67. For Ruidoso today, 68 and sunny, 41 coming up for tonight, 61 tomorrow, a little wind tomorrow, and a chance of maybe some snow tomorrow night into Thursday. But by the weekend, looks like it's going to get close to 60 for the weekend. Want to check the forecast? That's easy. All you have to do is go to W105radio.com. Our national anthem and our pledge at 8:13. Being brought to you by Rebecca Long. Rebecca Long, give her a call, 575-393-2661. She can take care of all your insurance. She is your Farmers agent, has been for 40 years, started her business at 19 years of age. Let her bundle your policies, home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. She can take care of all of your policies. Stop by and see her, 226 West Vega and Hobbs, or 575-393-2661. Call her today. proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge.
Good morning. My name is Mia Jensen. Time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
8:16, we are BN, the Breakfast Club. Large prayer being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
From the book of Numbers this morning, Numbers 6. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and gives you peace.
Hello, I'm here with my wife Dixie, and I'm Blaze Campanella with Judah Oil. We pray that as you go through your day, that you will see all the blessings you've been given. God said that he will prosper you and not harm you. See, in a world that is lost, God is there. Yes, in the most empty place, your most fearful circumstance, God is there. He will never leave you. Never forget, Jesus loves you. He really, really does. Please take a moment and pray the Lord's Prayer with us. God bless you. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
News this morning being brought to you by the Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you when accidents happen, it's when you least expect them. Luke Ragsdale is a trusted law firm. RagsdaleLawFirm.com. They'll fight for you. Ragsdale Law Firm specializing in car accidents, personal injury, medical malpractice, and all fill accidents. Based in Roswell, serving all of Southeast New Mexico. Call today for a free consultation. And don't forget, you never pay a penny until you win your case. Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com, 575-208-5300. Call them today. 8:18. Taking a break. We're coming right back. We're being the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Elon Musk says federal employees who missed a midnight deadline to list their work accomplishments in an email have one more chance.
The head of the Department of Government Efficiency posting on X, failure to respond a second time will result in termination. A number of agency heads told their employees not to respond, including the Justice Department FBI, Pentagon, and Department of Energy, while the Department of Transportation and Education told theirs to respond.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz in D.C. Pope Francis, hospitalized for 11 days now with double pneumonia, is well enough for a work meeting.
The news out of the Vatican continues to be a little more good than bad. The Pope slept well last night. In fact, well enough to meet with some Vatican officials to allow or approve some decrees for saints and some other church business. But the doctors are saying his prognosis is still guarded.
Fox's Lauren Green in Rome. America's listening to Fox News.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Entered the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
Embark on a magical adventures with dragons and mythical beasts at the Spencer Theater for the Performing Arts. On Monday, March 3rd at 6 p.m., experience an interactive show featuring magnificent monsters and spellbinding stories, and marvel at the lifelike giant puppets that bring these creatures to life on stage. Get your tickets today by visiting www.spencertheater.com or by calling the box office at 575-336-4800. We'll see you at the Spencer.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
The Core Homeschool PE program has begun for the new school year. Fulfill the PE requirements for your homeschoolers at the Core with a variety of physical activities and sports, including basketball, soccer, swimming, and our Ultimate Warrior course. Join us Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout the school year at 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. Registration is open monthly and is $20 per member, $25 for non-members, and siblings get $5 off. Register now at corehobbs.com in person or call 575-391-6912 for more info. The Homeschool PE program is back from the Core and your city of Hobbs.
Guns, guns, and more guns. Available now at Benny's Western Store in Artesia. New guns, used guns, lots and lots of guns are arriving weekly at Benny's. They still have plenty of boots, hats, shirts, and jeans, as well as purses and accessories for the ladies. Don't forget that Benny's always has free gift wrapping. Benny's Western Store, 205 West Main in Artesia.
In a world where second chances are rare, Artesia Horse Sale offers a unique opportunity to give a new life to those who need it most. Picture this: 150 horses, including mini horses and donkeys, many rescued from Mexico slaughterhouses, now rehabilitated and ready for adoption. These noble creatures are waiting for a loving home, and perhaps that home is yours. On March 15th and 16th at 183 West Bloodens Road, Artesia, New Mexico, the viewing begins at 8 and 9 a.m. respectively, with sales running until 4. While you're there, enjoy a meal from their on-site food truck, everything from breakfast burritos to barbecue sandwiches. Artesia Horse Sale is more than an event. It's a chance to make a difference. Let compassion lead the way and be the hero these animals need. Visit Artesia Horse Sale, March 15th and 16th at 183 West Blevins Road, Artesia, where every sale is a step towards a brighter future. Remember, the heart of a horse is as vast as the land they roam.
The best way to wake up.
Be in the Breakfast Club. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal.
Sorry.
Listen to the end, because you might, miss something.
So are you ready? Why don't we do this? All right.
Be part of the show. Call 877-396-W105.
The
This is not headline news. A massive brawl took place among passengers at a Spirit Airlines gate in the Atlanta airport, or as it's otherwise known at Spirit, the pre-boarding process. Apple will create 20,000 U.S. jobs. They're currently looking for Gen Zers who can roll their eyes when people can't remember their Apple ID. Survivor fans will get to vote on elements of the game for next year's 50th season. Unfortunately, fight to the death will not be an option. And the chances of a deadly asteroid strike in 2032 have fallen to 0. Good news that it won't affect the Rolling Stones' 2032 tour plans. This is not headline news.
8:25. It's good to know that it's just not New Mexico. See, Democrats plan this stuff out. Right now, we're looking at a tobacco tax, and we're looking at an alcohol tax in New Mexico. New York State legislators moving to outlaw the sale of flavored nicotine products. Wow. By the way, trying to ban nicotine products, also trying to ban nicotine, any type of menthol products. Why do they go after the menthol? Are they more deadly than the regular tobacco?
Oh, no.
You know, that's a good question.
But you know predominantly who smokes menthol? A lot of black folks smoke menthol. They like the cooling.
They chew tobacco too?
Why are they coming for them during this month? This is their month.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi's like, oh, no, you can't tax alcohol. Happy hours will never be the same. And police say a New York scumbag scam artist swindled a woman in Florida out of her life savings as part of a heartless lottery scheme. I could see that happening, Tom.
Yep.
You gonna let that happen to you?
But they say that that this fraudster is the biggest fraudster since the governor, Kathy Hochul.
I love it.
Yeah, I can see where that happened. Unbelievable. Starbucks, by the way, is going to let go 1,100 corporate employees. They already did it. Yesterday, they laid off 1,100 employees.
Right. I think that.
By the way, that's 3,500 since last year that they've let go.
Oh, wow. It was 1,100 corporate employees, right?
Yeah, 1,100 corporate employees, but so far, Starbucks, since last year, has laid off 3,500 employees.
Yeah, because I think the new CEO that they hired him for that purpose. Well, to revamp things and make sales better. But I think he was like, all right, y'all want me to clean house? I'll clean house, all right.
Yeah, well, it seems like the Doge.
Imagine that.
Well, they're not. I mean, go ahead.
Just because you are employed by the federal government doesn't mean your job should last forever, no matter if you do it or not.
And not just that. Like, I mean, it's a testimony of, like, there are so many big coffee brands out there now. Like, Dutch Bros is huge. Dunkin' has made a huge rise in coffee.
Well,
like, it's not
and
just
you know
Starbucks
what? Time
anymore.
and time again, do you know who they say has the best coffee? And I'm not a coffee drinker, so you'll never get me the judge.
Columbia.
McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know McDonald's?
La Colombo is good. Yeah.
McDonald's went to Starbucks and said, hey, we're going to start serving breakfast. McDonald's, back in the day didn't serve breakfast.
Right.
And they said, we're going to serve breakfast. We'd like to sell your coffee at every McDonald's across the United States. And Starbucks turned them down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they were too hoity-toity.
Well, because Starbucks already had a Starbucks on 2 of the corners, and then if they would have been at McDonald's, they would have been on 3 of the 4 corners at every intersection.
Yeah. So time and time again, Starbucks is not even in the top 3. It's usually McDonald's, and then Dunkin' is actually number 2.
Yep.
I think Starbucks is like number 4 or 5 down the list.
Wow.
But you also have to go look at which coffee companies own other coffee companies.
Sure.
You're going to be surprised.
There you go. Broncos linebacker coach and former 49ers linebacker Michael Wilhout was arrested Sunday night after accused of assaulting a police officer. And in Austin, Texas, the house that was used for Dazed and Confused is up for sale. $950,000 for a very small home. Austin is out of control.
I was going to say, so that's just a normal price in Austin.
Yeah, Austin is completely out of control. Looks like this story breaking this morning. Anti-ICE activists disrupted a Los Angeles operation. Flyers showing the names, pictures, and phone numbers of immigration custom enforcement agents have surfaced in Southern California. This is wrong. They have kids. ICE agents have kids. And where did they get this information? There is a leak inside of ICE. They need to figure this out. Multiple federal enforcement sources confirmed to Fox News that anti-ICE activists interfering with an ICE operation in Los Angeles, passing posters out with contact information for ICE workers in Southern California. This is not cool at all. And why you want to keep the Trendy Agua gang members in your community? You want them raping and pillaging your family, bringing lethal drugs into the community? Is that what you want? ICE needs to figure this out. They need to put somebody in jail because of this. Mm-hmm. They need to do it quick. Kermit Police offering a reward of $1,000 for information leading to an arrest of Israel Diaz, 35 years old. He's wanted in Winkler County for promotion of child pornography. They're looking for this guy. He's 5'8", 185 pounds. He's got tattoos of a child's footprints on his chest. You sick son of a gun. Yeah. And a man wanted for child sexual assault, arrested. By the way, this happened in 2018. Gabriel Mendoza, man wanted out of Ector County since 2018, was arrested and charged with continuous sexual assault of a child. Mendoza was arrested in Presidio County by the sheriff's office there. Deputies got information about Mendoza's location, and he had fled to Mexico many years ago, but decided he was going to cross over. And they got him in Presidio County.
Wow.
He is being extradited back to Ector County by the U.S. Marshals. 8:32, boob of the day still to come. Tom on the text.
I never thought Doge would affect me personally, said this texter. My wife asked me to email her the 5 things that I did around the house last week.
That's a cool one.
That's funny.
And go ahead.
Have you ever tried Cuban coffee? Speaking about coffee, says kind of Mountain.
I had it in Miami. So not in Cuba, but in Miami. It's good. I mean, it's kind of Americano kind of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, the dude from Lovington said, well, if you're worried about glyphosate contamination, then don't eat anything containing non-organic wheat or oats. They spray those crops with Roundup before they harvest them.
Amen. And we don't now.
Republican Karen says, Yuma. No, it's Yucca. Y-U-K-A.
And there's another one, too, the Bobby's List.
Okay.
I looked that up, and it looks pretty good, too, about listing ingredients.
All right. And, yep, that Yucca app is a game changer. If you care about your health and want to stay healthy or make healthier choices, this app is a huge help. Those protein bars, cereals, and et cetera that are supposed to be healthy, you'll find out with the app that most of it isn't healthy, as it says. Your grocery bill will go up a bit, making healthier choices, but obviously your health is more important.
Yeah, it is, and it really doesn't go up that much. Because have you priced some of the other stuff out there lately? I mean,
crazy.
And by the way, you can make a lot of those protein bars yourself.
Yes.
I am finding recipes that you just get powdered peanut butter and the protein powder and Greek yogurt, mix it together. And if you want to add some chocolate on top, but a lot of the protein ways to get protein it's fairly easy.
Right.
I can send you guys recipes if you need them.
It's really not that much more expensive, and it does take more of an effort on your part because
it takes a little work.
As convenience goes up, nutritional value goes down.
Yes, that I will.
Tom, what's one of the favorite things that you like to eat?
I like to eat everything.
I like to
well,
eat
we know
fruit.
that.
My favorite would be Fidel.
Fideos?
Fideo?
Yeah.
What?
Now, is it the Fideo with papa or the Fideo with some ground meat in it?
Ground meat and potatoes.
Yeah, I
don't
think so. Now, two more that I want to before we change the subject on this. If you could scan your food and get a real list of what's in it, you would starve. Everything on the market is so processed and contains nothing good for you. And Blake, without these chemicals, we as a people couldn't grow enough food to feed everyone in the world. It's a sad truth, but nevertheless a truth.
No, that's a myth.
Okay.
Now, if you're talking about the difference in yields between organic farming and conventional farming, they've done a 35-year study on this. And in the first couple of years, conventional farming does have a better yield. But after that, the organic farms have the same yield and their soil is better because conventional farming depletes the soil.
Sure. And we'll end with this one. Racist liberal did not define a woman for us, but instead wants to say, well, it sounds like your husband is controlling. You should find a man that pushes you to be better, not holding you back. There are a lot of women that can be good presidents. Other countries have female presidents, and they are doing good. Yeah, I don't care. I live in America. Wait, I thought Trump was going to create more jobs. And so far, he has jumped up unemployment rate. What an idiot. Are you Mexican? Because you just texted like a Mexican.
But by the way, has he jumped up unemployment rates?
No.
It's his first month. Come on. We're actually laying off some of the dead weight. I know that might offend you.
No,
by the way, I just used that app to scan the sunflower seeds I eat, and it says it's a poor choice.
Yep.
Really?
I was trying to
it?
get Tom's attention so I could scan his water bottle, but he was asleep.
What's wrong?
Let me see.
Water
Yeah,
bottle?
and the reason it says it's a poor choice, it's got calorie intake, 662 calories, saturated fats, protein. It's got 28 grams of protein, which is, I'm trying to eat more protein. Sugar's got, I don't know why it would have sugar in it.
Because they add that to everything.
8 grams of sugar.
Yeah, I was going to say, what you want to look at is what they're putting in it, not necessarily the other stuff. I mean, you need to know the other stuff so you can balance. Like you said, you need more protein. But,
But to me, I eat a ton of sunflower seeds.
I wouldn't let it
and
tell
the
me
reason
it's a
I eat
choice.
sunflower seeds, it keeps me from eating other stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Now,
eating sunflowers.
We got another text from Drew down in Fort Stockton, and he sent me the link of the photos of this wreck. It's on 285 South, says almost 424. It was a pickup truck and a car that was pretty much head on, it looks like, and it looks really bad. So the people in that wreck, if you're in that area, traffic is slow, and please pray for these people because there very well could be some fatalities. Monica.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
So this traffic update being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. Check them out today. We got to get to the boob of the day. It looks like installation of a 200-foot statue of Jesus Christ on the White House lawn is the AI we all feared. Video of the 200-foot statue of Jesus Christ being built on the White House lawn. It went viral on social media. And by the way, it's not actually being built. People got fooled. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever build a statue of Jesus Christ on the White House lawn. And the reason is, the moment you do that, the devil worshipers, the satanic cults, will put up a statue of Satan. Yeah. And by law, you would have to allow them to do so. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's the way it is. And so I don't think we'll ever see that. But that was AI that had done that. Looks like state budget. We talked a little bit about that. Blake, what was it? Just under 11 million?
Yeah, 10.8
billion.
10.8 billion.
So pay raises for school teachers and that type of stuff. And we're going to see if we can get somebody on with us. We're halfway through the session. We'll see if we can get somebody on with us to talk about some of the things, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And college basketball team evacuated from a bus right before it went up in flames on the highway. Scary moment occurred in Kent, Indiana. Bus carrying the Indiana University Indianapolis basketball team caught fire. And when you look at it, it burned all the way to the frame. Thank God these folks were able to get off that bus. Ethics watchdog flags a senator for helping his wife rake in millions for a nonprofit. Sheldon Whitehouse is a senator and is a Democrat from Rhode Island accused of violating ethics rules after collecting a lot of money for his wife's environmental organization. So this watchdog group called the Foundation for Accountability and Trust Act found that millions of dollars funneled, $5.2 million funneled to his wife's organization. He could be in a little bit of trouble. I do like this. New Mexico is trying to get more young people involved in becoming cattlemen and cattle women. So New Mexico ranchers getting older. Families will a family tradition survive? That is the question. But Linda Davis of the Cattlemen Leadership Academies is saying that we need to get more young folks involved in ranching and informing. How many farms and ranches have we lost in New Mexico over the years?
Oh, a bunch. Nobody wants to go into a cattle drive.
I bet it's. Are you actually thinking people are doing cattle drives nowadays, Tom?
Well, yeah, they still do it, B.
Fort Worth does it every day.
Yep, sure do. Every day they do it.
It's for show, but they do it every day.
Wow. Yeah, I just don't see them cattle driving from miles and miles of cattle. I mean, getting the cows on their property, yes. I don't think they're going from state to state, Tom, like they used to back in the day.
They still go on them.
No, I think they still do them. I mean, I see when you go to our cabin, they go out and round them up out of the forest.
Yep.
You know, that's still a cattle drive. But it's not it's not like the Chisholm Trail or anything.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think New Mexico is a sinful state, Tom?
Or very complicated.
Very complicated. According to Wallet Hub, we did not make the top of the list for being sinful. Number 1 is Nevada. California is number 2. Florida is number 3. Louisiana is number 4. And Texas is number 5. Where did New Mexico come in? We're like mid-range as far as being sinners. Not even close. Yeah. But congratulations going out to Nevada, you big sinners. All right. 848. Quickly to the text this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. Trusted name across southeast New Mexico. They've got you covered with metal buildings, commercial and industrial metal buildings. If you're looking for somebody to take care of a construction project, maybe new siding, new windows, new doors, they can handle all of that, including your seamless gutters. Give them a call, 575-391-1430, or just go to the website, Seminole Siding and Construction.com. Tom?
Jody from Lovington. You know, they do cattle drives with the Peterbilt trucks now. He says they do. And the good Monica, the bad B, the ugly Tom A, and the cool Blake, says another texter. Okay. And big time believer here says this texter, but aren't you supposed to keep church and state separate? So would the statue of Jesus be combining them? Asked Thomas from Alamo.
I love that argument.
Yeah, look, there have been some states that have actually tried to do like the Ten Commandments and stuff. Now, Louisiana and supposedly Texas is piggybacking that bill, but they're doing it with a historical reference. That's how they're supposedly getting away with it. Right. But if not, look, the devil worshipers can do their statue at the same time. Well, and it's not going to be good.
And I always like to ask the question, can you point to me where it says the separation of church and state? Because it's not in the Constitution. It's not in the Bill of Rights. You know, that was decided later by a court. That wasn't in the Constitution.
Gotcha.
And this texter was asking, morning, guys. Did y'all ever get any information on the train derailment in Bosque and the airport incident yesterday in Roswell?
I did see that there was a airline. What did I do with that story?
Yeah,
there was a
landing gear problem.
Yeah, there was a plane that made a landing at the airport, but it was a military plane that was diverted to Roswell and landed.
I'm looking.
I think that's
I know
pretty much all that was there.
Let me see. Here we go. It was a Navy training plane. It was able to safely land. There were no injuries because he was having problems, and they kind of updated as they went along. They had control of 2 of the 3 landing gears, and they are going to do the emergency landing, which they did, and no one was hurt.
So all is good. All is good. All right, Blake, let's get to the boob of the day this morning, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, medical professionals on staff. They offer functional medicine, and they offer stuff like stem cell therapy and ozone therapy and cryotherapy. That's all for pain. So if you're living with pain, go in and talk to Kelly and the staff today. And ladies, if you're going through hormonal issues, go talk to them about hormonal optimization. And if you're looking to lose weight, they also have some alternatives to some of using peptides. So go talk to Desert Functional today. And guys, testosterone replacement therapy. I just during the break got my my weekly dose. That's how much I take. It's not much. It's like 0.4. Back in the day, I would take 1 milliliter 2 times a week. So I'm down to a 0.4 1 time a week. But go talk to them about testosterone. Before you get on testosterone, make sure and get your blood work done, find out what is going on, and make sure that you got somebody that can help you with the process. 575-964-8025, Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
So a restaurant in the UK says they believe a woman went to the bathroom last week and walked out about 12 minutes later with their bathroom sink.
Oh, wow.
The whole thing. Just stuffed in a big old bag.
Dang.
The owner says he and his staff later discovered the sink and some of the pipe work was mysteriously gone. They look back at the security footage and saw the woman who they think stole it with her big old bag containing the sink. She wasn't eating there at the time. She just walked in, went straight to the bathroom, and walked out with the bag that was big enough to hold the sink. No one said anything.
Crazy.
I know. They don't have cameras in the bathroom for obvious reasons, so they don't have her actually dismantling the thing. But the owner says the sink wasn't expensive. It's just imitation stone and cost about $200 to replace, which makes it even stranger that someone went to all the trouble to steal it. So at least it wasn't the kitchen sink, I guess. So for stealing the bathroom sink, this might be why Starbucks is locking their doors. You are the boob of the day.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Check them out today. 9 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Morning show this morning being brought to you by State Representative Randy Pettigrew, reminding you he's up in Santa Fe right now. They're halfway through the 60-day session. Want to keep up with what's going on? Get the newsletter from Randy every single day. Sign up via email. Go to the website, randallpettigrew.com, and count on a couple things. Randy is up there fighting for the oil and gas industry, fighting for our kids, and fighting for your constitutional rights. That's what he does. randallpettigrew.com for more information. You can also follow him on Facebook. Monica in the text.
All right. We've got one saying, well, this is Rocket.
He is right.
Separation of church and state is not in the Constitution. Freedom of religion is.
Correct.
People are stupid that think that governments can't display religious beliefs.
Correct.
Though reality is the government can't force any to believe in one religion or another, discriminate against, or persecute anyone for their religious beliefs. A to the men, Rocket.
Yeah, it's freedom of religion, not freedom from. It's not freedom from religion.
That's right. That's right. A to the men.
Linda in Carlsbad is chiming in. You know, the out-of-work feds can take over the jobs that deported illegals had. Now, nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty, and it's not a crime.
Dirty hands are not a crime.
Says Linda in Carlsbad.
Yeah, there you go.
And this guy wants to tell you something, Blake. He said, Blake, you're wrong, sir. My son has a PhD in agronomy science, and your info isn't correct. Organic farming is only about a third of the yield as conventional farming. Do your research.
I did, and it's only in the first couple years that's true. In the long term, it's just as sustainable. Like I said, there was a 35-year study, and I am thankful that your son has a PhD in that because we need more people in that, and I know that he's knowledgeable. And you got to remember, some of the funding for some of those studies that he learned comes from those big companies.
And this texter said, yes, recipes, please. And
follow my Facebook, Instagram, X, all that stuff. I post them.
Smokey in Arizona says, Monica, here is a kind of trick question for you. What is the real color of a carrot? Well, I kind of avoided answering that question because, I mean, little old me just thinks that it's orange. But from what I understand, there can be purple, yellow, red. So what is it, Smokey? What's the answer to that trick question? And Kind to Monica says, what's up with all the people saying the FBI is shredding files from the Epstein list to cover up?
Yeah, I've been seeing that the FBI is, before Cash Patel got in there, that they were in there working overtime to shred stuff.
A la máquina.
And Sean in Carlsbad, don't say Hobbit out loud. That fool will be calling in. That's Tom's bromance buddy, says.
No, I was saying because it's Sean Astin's birthday, he's celebrating out of Hobbit.
Oh.
That was a dad joke.
This texter said to try 7 Brews coffee. They are the best. They are pretty good. I will say 7 Brews is good. There are a lot of different coffee places that are good. I like a very, very, very bold, strong cup of coffee. Like if it doesn't get my stomach moving, it ain't good enough. I'll say that much right now.
And Thomas,
I don't drink. but I drink tea, Tom, and you know the way I like my tea?
Sweet.
No, like I like my immigrant with plenty of ice. With plenty of ice.
Yeah, me too.
I like sweet tea too. I like strong tea too. I like for it to be dark. I don't like it light like that.
Well, you just got to put enough in there.
I just feel like whenever it's not the same.
And Thomas from Alamo said, "Thanks for the answer about the church and state. It was a sincere question."
Okay.
Says Thomas.
No, you're welcome.
No.
Rocket says one more thing. Monica. Rocket. Good morning.
Poor Tom. Poor Tom feels left out now.
Bye, me booty. We need to record ourselves saying "Purisito," and you need to play that.
Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about Top Gun. Tom, what's the number one movie the box office this week? 2 weeks in a row. In a row.
In a whoa.
Okay,
In a
Teresa
wee
Ledger
whoa.
I think it was Flight Risk, wasn't it?
Was it?
No.
I talked about going and watching that one.
I know Captain America really dropped in the second week because nobody
Captain
liked it.
America 2 weeks in a row is number one.
Yeah, but it was
Even
down.
though it had a bad second week, it hung on. Still number one.
See, I would like to
So
see it for
anybody can
Harrison
see that
Ford.
yet?
No, I would like to see it for Harrison Ford turning into the Red Hulk. But man, just the way Mackie did his thing that says Captain America shouldn't represent America, and you know that that's where Disney is taking this. You know, it's like I just don't.
I actually saw it up on Chemo on my streaming service, so I'll watch it this weekend. I'll let you know how it was.
Yeah, because I will watch it when it goes to streaming, but I'm not going to the theater to give them money for it.
Yeah. All right, we're KWMW, Maljamora 105.1 FM and KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso. Let's get you updated with news this morning, being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Find them in the Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, shirts, you name it, they've got it. Hard hats, a $99 section of boots. Plus, they've got steel toe boots. Plus, furniture, appliances, and electronics at zero down financing. Go to the website, rigoutfitters.com, for more information. Right next door is Scrub Outfitters. They have the largest selection of medical scrubs in 100 miles. Dickies, Healing Hands, Met Couture, Peaches. They also have a huge selection of compression socks. Maybe you're not even in the medical field, but you wear compression socks for medical purposes, and you like maybe some different colors. They've got lots of different colors and lots of different designs, and they have comfy shoes also. Follow them on Facebook or stop by the Broadmoor Mall, Rig Outfitters, and Scrub Outfitters. Check them out today. We're coming right back. It's 8:57. Be in the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. Senate Bill 23 seeks to raise from 20 to 25% the cap on oil and gas royalty rates paid by operators on the value of oil and gas extracted in the state trust land. Passed in the state Senate on a vote of 21 to 15 along party lines. The increased rate would only apply to new leases on the most high value tracts of state trust land in the southeast Permian Basin region, Eddy and Lee counties, according to the state land office. The measure now moves on to the House The Bureau of Land Management New Mexico State Office will hold an oil and gas lease sale on May 22nd for 3 oil and gas parcels totaling 1,261 acres. The parcels for the Pecos District Office include 2 in Eddy County and 1 in Chavez County. Oil and gas leases are issued for a 10-year period and continue for as long thereafter as oil or gas is produced in paying quantities. If a leasee fails to produce oil and gas, does not make annual rental payments, does not comply with the terms and conditions of the lease, or relinquishes the leasehold reverts to the federal government. And Hobbs and Lovington school districts are shifting their focus to accountability as they work to improve proficiency in math, reading, and science. The superintendents in both districts say true progress requires a cultural change that puts learning, rather than just teaching, at the center of their educational strategy. Statewide, New Mexico, which ranks last in education, has proficiency levels in the 2023-24 school year of 19% in math, 32% in reading, and 31% in science. For the 2023-24 school year, Hobbs had 38% for math, 34% for reading, and 32% for science, while Lovington reported 16% proficiency for math, 30% for reading, and 31% for science. Both districts have set aggressive goals for improvement. Hobbs is increasing instructional time for math and expanding tutoring programs, while Lovington is strengthening teacher support and recruitment efforts. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
What's your family doing for spring break? The MCM Elegante in Ruidoso invite you to spend it with them. There's a lot to do up here. Ski the mountain, tube at Winter Park, go-karts, and miniature golf too. Tons of restaurants and shopping. The MCM Elegante in Ruidoso Premier Lodge facility. Indoor pool, spacious rooms, barbecue grills, and a huge breakfast buffet. Great room rates are still available online at mcmeleganteruidoso.com. Making your spring break truly memorable. mcmeleganteruidoso.com.
In need of environmental services? Having trouble getting your state lease reclamation approved? JBW Solutions is a veteran-owned company that is dedicated to proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas with quality environmental services. JBW Solutions specializes in state lease reclamations and compliance reporting and approval, including project management, environmental tech support, soil sampling, and more. Contact them at 860-460-4398 and like them on Facebook.
There's been talk in the news that it's hard to get credit these days. Not here. Just like always, we're making auto loans. We offer competitive rates and quick service. We make our loan decisions locally, so you don't have to wait for out-of-town approval on your loan. Make this strong move. Get your auto loan from us. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Dear Winter, the mighty Toyota Tundra will conquer your toughest elements. With exceptional power and available 4x4, Tundra's got an iron grip on almost anything you've got. Snow? Sleet? Chill. Tundra's top flight technology is in command and ready to kick tough trails in the tail. Find your Tundra at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota. Let's go places.
Shop local and save this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Top sirloin steak, $5.99 a pound. Boston butt pork roast, $1.69 a pound. Pryor drumsticks or thighs, just 99 cents a pound. And then produce, Spud-tacular savings with golden potatoes, 3-pound bag, just 99 cents. Red ripe strawberries, 2 pounds for just $4. Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls, 2 for $5. Malta Meal cereals, the big 36-ounce bag, 2 for $10. Get your Green Giant Simply Steamed vegetables, the big pack, 4 of those for $5. These and hundreds of other big values this week, where shopping local saves you money, and your grocery dollar always goes farther at Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
I just love his attitude, man. He's got a great attitude.
I love your station.
It wakes me up.
Be in the Breakfast Club, the marshmallows in your hot chocolate of life.
Ooh, that's nasty.
B is like bitter chocolate. Monica is sweet like sugar. Tom is like a cup of life. And Blake, well, he's the spoon. Stir, baby, stir.
Oh, that's not even convincing.
It's the horrifying scenario that has Gen Z trembling.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
And clutching the nearest emotional support animal.
Hold me, Fido.
Introducing Introducing Telephobia.
Please help me.
Because answering the phone is simply too much to take.
I need to text my therapist.
If they would have told the government workers they had to call and check in, that would have just been too much. They would have completely lost it. Unbelievable. 9:04, looks like a Canadian woman recently vacationing, and the Turks had both their hands bitten off by a shark.
The Turks and Caicos?
She was trying to photograph the shark. These say this situation got out of hand. It got out of hand quick, Tom. It did.
That sounds fishy.
Lucky. Yeah, there were people there to help her, thank God, and they actually lend a helping hand. It was good.
She needed a hand up, not a handout.
She did. Yeah, no doubt. And thank God they were there. But can you imagine you go on vacation, you lose both hands?
No.
Shark eats both hands.
Don't
Is
stick
one
them in the
enough?
mouth.
I mean, you had to take both of them. Unbelievable.
The lesson is don't stick
new
your
report
hands in
says,
the shark's mouth.
Well, don't try to take a picture of a shark. It's like playing with a bear. Why are you going to take a picture with a bear or a buffalo or a bison?
You know,
Stay the hell away from.
And they had to put out another warning about that. Because people are stupid.
People like, oh, that's cool. Let me take a picture with them. Yeah. New report says Top Gun 3 is gearing up to take flight, with writers actually currently working on the script, which to every Marvel fan out there, they said, wait, there's a script? Was there really a script? Top Gun Maverick was a big hit. Top Gun 3, they say, could be even bigger. It's a tall task. That's why they have Tom Cruise.
Oh. They'll have to put it on a lower shelf.
Diet Cherry Coke is coming back. Disappeared a few years ago. They're making, so it's coming back.
It's bad.
And we talked about this yesterday. Apple announcing that they're investing in America $500 billion, 20,000 jobs, and they are going to build a facility in Houston for AI servers. And Vivek Ramaswamy, who ran for president last year, was supposed to be part of Doge, but quit. And so he could run for governor of Ohio, by the way. And the ratings, he's number one. It looks like he might be the dude.
Wow.
Yeah. And Pueblo, Colorado, the solution to the homeless crisis, they've made it illegal to sit or lie down in public in the downtown area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if that'll fix it, but no sitting or lying down in public in the downtown area. What about if you want to sit at a park bench? You can't do that?
If you want to sleep on a park bench.
No, that could be a problem. Looks like Biggie, the Notorious B.I.G., the protector of his legacy. His mother passed away yesterday at the age of 78.
Yeah, Biggie Smalls' mom died.
Yeah.
She was very influential in his career.
Yep.
Very.
Yeah. Florida is bringing out Doge.
Amen.
They're looking to cut jobs.
Amen.
Audit universities and look at if there's any deficiencies in the state and if they're overspending on stuff. So Doge is, I think this is good for every state. Every state should do this. I mean, you guys are the stewards of the tax dollars. You're supposed to take care of the tax dollars. Donald Trump's approval rating is about 52%. That sounds low, but that's actually not bad.
Just a month into office, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's more than what his approval rating for his entire first term.
Right. And did you see what Fox reported, that it's Gen X? Or is it, what's the latest generation? Is it Z?
Z or something
Z.
beyond that.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Anyways, the most current generation or whatever, they're
The youngins.
The youngins, they are turning to the conservative side.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they
So
say
younger
that
than Gen Z.
happens.
Yes,
every
younger
once
than
in a
Gen
while.
Z.
Yeah. That happens. And you
They're
know what else
truly
happens? The
waking
older
up.
you get, most of the time, the more conservative you get.
Yeah.
Because once you have kids, your brain starts going, oh, wait a
Yeah,
second.
if you don't turn conservative as you get older, you have no brain.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
no
if you're
doubt.
not liberal
All
as
right,
a
9
young person, you don't have a heart.
Yeah.
You don't have a life.
Yeah. Tom in the text. Go ahead,
All right,
Tom.
Smokey in Arizona is chiming in again. So yellow is the real color of a carrot. Not too sure of the purple ones, and they were modified to be orange, he says. Okay, we'll take that. Anti-MAGA says Patel is just doing his job, shredding everything that might incriminate Trump.
Lies.
Says anti-MAGA.
Look, we understand you hate America.
Anti-MAGA smells like caca. I'm gonna add that to their.
Well, you should just get rid of the AKA hates America and just
Correct.
change it from anti-MAGA to hates America.
Anti-MAGA.
They just hate
caca
America.
Full of maggots.
And
By
then
the way, a new poll just came out about Doge, and 72% of Americans saying, yeah, it's a good idea that we look at efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, why are we keeping people that we don't need on the job?
It's 72% of Americans. So everybody that's not ideologically stunted.
Anti-MAGA smells like caca.
Are you really putting that?
Heck yeah.
All right. This text says this is a country of God. And HELL with the evil Democrats.
You can't even say it.
Devil worship and officers in office.
You can't say hell. Really?
That's a bad word.
What the hell's the matter with you?
You can't say hell, but you'll type in all kinds of other nasty stuff in your web browser.
I've never typed that
That's
stuff in.
Cochino.
Okay.
Cochino que la
Where are the two
fregada
places you
tú,
can go when you die, Tom? Heaven or
Or HELL.
hell?
Let me read it how they would have appreciated it because they capitalized it. This is a country of God, and to hell with all the evil Democrat devil worshippers in office. Amen. They're just getting thrown out day after day.
Oh, girl.
All right, that movie Flight Risk was no bueno, says kind to Monica.
And I was going to see it at the $5 show today.
And check this out. It's not there anymore. I just looked.
Oh, no.
I've started drinking mushroom coffee these past few months, and it's really good. Really? Where are you getting this mushroom coffee from, person?
I can hook you up.
I want to try it.
I've heard of it too, and I've thought about trying it, but
Well, I just recently switched from
I like chicory, so
from Folgers, and now we're trying community coffee. See, I'm always switching it up. Anti-MAGA smells like caca says one person.
Hair on your chest.
What was that?
A community coffee grows some hair on your chest.
Oh yeah. One person
strong.
is not America, Blake, and if you
I
think
agree.
that Trump is America,
I don't.
You're not a patriot. You're just a loyalist. Listen,
I'm not.
We're
So
loyal
wait,
to.
wait. You're wrong. You're wrong, and you're wrong.
And you smell like caca.
Apparently, because I don't think one person is. I don't think Trump is America, and I'm not a loyalist. I
Right.
believe in the Constitution. I believe that he was the best candidate, and we needed a strong leader.
Absolutely.
And, you know, if you somehow think that Kamala Harris was in any way qualified, you've got nothing to stand on. You take away the names, and if I give you the lists of qualifications for the candidates, you would agree that Trump was a better candidate as well. You may not like him. I've said before I don't like him. But he was the better candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm off.
All right.
Well, you said that if I hate him, I don't love America, says anti-MAGA. Smells like caca.
No, what you were saying is your name had hates America because you don't want America to be great. You're anti-make America great.
Correct.
One more.
In fact, you're offended by the words "Make America
Right. Why?
Yeah,
you know?
This one
Speech.
texter is asking, has anyone heard about 70 people getting decapitated in the Congo? I heard that story yesterday.
Look, that's not an unusual story in the Congo.
Wow.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm not in the Congo right now.
Yeah, missionaries. That's it.
Because I like my head, and I usually like my head attached to my body.
Yeah. Okay, 3 more really quick like. Valhalla and Death Wish are both dark and stout. Coffee to try. Thank you very much. Monica, have you tried the Folgers Black Silk? I absolutely have. I do like it. And that editor chick said all the colors of veggies are because of where that variety came from. It's their dirt that changed them originally. We don't actually know what most vegetables used to look like because of selective farming over thousands of years. That editor chick, you're one smart chick, girl. I like when you text in. And try Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I get more compliments. Huh? Try Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Dunkin's supposedly good coffee. Like I said, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm not a connoisseur.
Go Trump,
sure.
MAGA, yeah. And the Congos.
You know, one thing that really, sets the liberals off? MAGA. I mean, you don't need, all you have to do is say MAGA, and it sets them off. Oh my God. It triggers them.
Kevin,
Unbelievable.
Kevin,
What?
someone texted in and said, Tom, do you spell out words during sex?
I didn't see that one.
And Thomas followed it up with saying, come on now, Tom. It says hell in the Bible. For real.
I'm telling you, hell is not a dirty word. How many times has a pastor said on the pulpit,
You don't
you
say
are
hell.
going straight to hell?
You don't say ass. You don't say
Do you
sex.
criticize pastors when they say that?
All those 3 are found in the Bible. Hell,
I've never heard him say
ass, and sex. Those are biblical words.
You've never heard a pastor talk about hell.
Yeah, but, I mean.
So you double standard is what you're saying.
No. There's a time to use it and time not to use it.
In the bus, on your recliner, is a time to use it, right? But not
He
on
does
the
it
show.
here as soon
when
as
you're
the mics
actually
are off.
talking to people. No,
I mean, look, I'm not proud of it, but I'm a cusser from way back.
A effing men.
I mean, I was getting my mouth washed out with lava soap at a very young age.
Okay, Monica, try Rise Mushroom Coffee. It's great, and there are tons of benefits. Can you get it locally, or do I have to order it? And I'm all for MAGA. Mexicans ain't going anywhere. Just like a Mexican to take somebody else's acronym and use it for themselves. Stop taking our stuff. Give us back our
Stealing.
dang country.
By the
look what
way,
you're turning me into
and
this
let
morning.
me just ask you this much. Mexicans ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere.
You're so proud of Mexico. Why wouldn't you leave?
Right, bye. Dale.
First of all, if you're born in America, you're not a Mexican.
Nope, you're American.
You're American. You are.
Sipping
God
that
bless you.
Bronx
And we
America.
have people from cultures from all over the world that make up America. That's one of the things that is great about it.
MAGA.
You know, I thought about that yesterday when I was thinking about Macron, the French president.
Right.
Yeah.
I never once, I'm French. I never once associated myself with France.
No, but that's part of your
Even though
culture,
I'm
your
French.
history.
I'm an American.
Right.
I'm an American. I'm not French. I might have French blood running through these veins, but I am an American.
Amen.
God bless. All right, let's take a break. We got to come back with the good news of the day. Let's check news this morning being brought to you by WWRV3.com, 988-0392. RV parks, they have 3 RV parks, quiet place to lay your head. They've got 162 RV hookups, 30 and 50 amps available, pet friendly. And, when it comes to what they offer high-speed internet included in your everything that you get, all your utilities, high-speed internet. Check them out. They're online at www.rvtimes3.com, 988-0392. We're coming right back. We're B on the Breakfast Club. It's 9:18.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. A House vote's expected today on a budget plan also covering some of President Trump's priorities like border security. It might not have enough Republican support to pass, though.
Republican Tim Burchett of Tennessee says he's currently a no because he doesn't think the bill does enough to curb spending.
All that money is going to be, we're going to send it right over to the Pentagon. The war pimps are just locked up, they're licking their chops.
Republicans can only afford to lose a few votes because of their slim House majority.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. President Trump wants the Keystone XL oil pipeline built.
The pipeline, designed to carry crude oil from Canada through the U.S., was halted by the Obama administration in 2010, revived during President Trump's first term, and then canceled by executive order by former President Biden. The operator of the pipeline, TC Energy, based in Alberta, Canada, ended the project.
Fox's Jared Halpern. America's listening to Fox News.
Medications taking away key nutrients from your body? Struggling with weight loss? Pharmacy 575 offers all your prescription needs and more. From their My Daily Medication program with pre-dosed packages to weight loss plan with in-body scanner or their medication and wellness consultations, let Pharmacy 575 help. With walk-in vaccines and local delivery, they do it all. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger, Suite 600 or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
This is Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, where our business is built on dreams and imagination. Right now, the Lincoln County real estate market has more buyers than sellers. What does that mean? It means that the local market of inventory of houses and ranches is low, but we have plenty of buyers ready and willing to purchase properties. So if you've been considering putting something on the market, it's a good time to get top dollar for your investment. Telephone my team of seasoned professionals at 575-257-3000. That's Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, online at rudoso-nm.com.
Spring into spectacular savings at National Furniture Liquidators. Huge savings on today's hottest styles. Fabulous queen bedroom, just $777. Reclining sectional, modern style, just $1388. A marble top dining with 6 chairs, just $999. Or a stylish Ashley sofa and love seat, just $888. All this plus great financing options regardless of your credit. National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
Nobody beats yours. In need of environmental services? Having trouble getting your state lease reclamation approved? JBW Solutions is a veteran-owned company that is dedicated to proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas with quality environmental services. JBW Solutions specializes in state lease reclamations and compliance reporting and approval, including project management, environmental tech support, soil sampling, and more. Contact them at 860-460-4398 and like them on Facebook.
Embark on a magical adventures with dragons and mythical beasts at the Spencer Theater for the Performing Arts. On Monday, March 3rd at 6 p.m., experience an interactive show featuring magnificent monsters and spellbinding stories, and marvel at the lifelike giant puppets that bring these creatures to life on stage. Get your tickets today by visiting www.spencertheater.com or by calling the box office at 575-336-4800. We'll see you at the Spencer.
Wilbanks LLC, formerly known as Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC, is the same family-oriented company as in the past 30 years, seeking dedicated employees. Immediate openings for NCCCO certified crane operators, CDL positions, and riggers. Apply online at wilbanks.us or call Darla King at 575-746-6318. You can stop by 309 South 20th Street, Suite 9 in Artesia, New Mexico. Wilbanks LLC offers competitive pay, paid time off, health, dental, vision, and retirement benefits. All starting wages are determined by experience. Wilbanks LLC is dedicated to the safety and well-being of their employees, providing quality training and safety practices. Wilbanks LLC has locations in Artesia and Hobbs, New Mexico. Coming soon, 74 East Compress Road, Artesia, New Mexico, and 1607 Southwest County Road in Hobbs.
He's obnoxious.
He's funny, man. He relates with a lot of people, and he tells it like it is. It's good stuff. Always good stuff.
What's the point of owning a radio station if you can't abuse one and not pay for it?
Hey, wake up, man. What's wrong with you?
Take the time to thank all our Bee and the Breakfast Club sponsors.
Oh, and you're a regular Rhodes Scholar.
Now, back to the show.
Actually, I think you're going to find this very amusing.
924. Trans activists called Blossom Brown went on the viral tweet this week talking about the Summer Olympics, that it should be gender neutral, suggesting there shouldn't be a reason why why the Olympics and the Paralympics can't compete against each other. Thank you, Blossom. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Can't fix stupid.
Paralympics competing at the Olympics against Olympic. Yeah, that's just pretty dumb. Don't you get the idea why the Paralympics, somebody lost a limb, so they're competing against other people that lost a limb?
Or have some other handicap like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What's the matter with people? And the older you get, Tom, you should learn a lesson every once in a while, don't you think?
Which is
Capri, Florida man arrested, criminal misdischarge after deputies say he vandalized a bunch of cars and a parking lot of a restaurant at the Isle of Capri. And according to the arrest report, Michael Cochran, 77 years old. Surveillance video shows him smearing a substance on the door handles and the windshield and puncturing tires. This dude is 77 years old. He put Vaseline on the car's windshields. I mean, at least put some Bengay at your age of 77. Come on. This guy is 77 years old, still doing pranks. What the hell? And I don't know if you saw this on X yesterday. There was a crypto gambler shot himself in a live stream on X. Yeah. Evidently, he wasn't very good at gambling and shot himself after losing live on X. That's a sick, very sick individual. By the way, he leaves behind a daughter. What's the matter with you? Crazy. All right, Tom on the text, wrapping it up. We're going to get to good news of the day.
All right, Tom is a hypocrite, says this one texter, but he still suffers from Bidenosis, so he doesn't really remember anything, says the texter. And Frosty from the Patch says, I remember a while back Tom saying that he could work in the oil field, but I don't think he could because there's profanity is our native tongue out there, says Frosty in the Patch.
Joke.
And
I only worked one day.
Joseph says, hell, oh, hell, Tom, you're an id. J-Dub from Hobbs, Monica.
Oh, no.
Monica, Tom has to have sex to be able to spell out any words during sex. And Tom and sex in the same sentence, Allah. Kind to Monica says, hey, ask Tom if he knows what WAP is. Do you know what WAP is, Tom?
Is that a cereal?
Cereal? Well, I guess you can have it in the morning, but I mean, do you know what WAP is?
No. White Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
No, that's a no.
No, that's the original.
That's
the original. That's the original.
Oh, Tom.
Frosty from the Patch says,
I got. Go ahead.
I don't want Tom to read my messages anymore. He makes it sound like I have some sort of T-ism. Is Tom wearing a CPAP? Said another one. And we'll end with this one. B is correct. I am born in the next country of the USA. I am a Spaniard and Mexican, but I am American. And so are my children. They're born here proudly. Aw, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We're good.
Thank you. most people don't get that, but I'm glad some do.
Yeah.
All right, one more story before we get to good news. Who do you think's the front runner for 2028 running for president? CPAC just got over. They did a straw poll. Tom, who do you think's number one?
And what party?
Just who do you think?
I would say
Really, it's the conservative PAC.
JD.
So what party? By God. Never mind. I'll just tell
He's
you.
going to
How
say
about
Tim
that?
Jennings.
Yeah, Tim Jennings would be great. Tim Jennings, yes. Tim Jennings, the Republican. Yeah, he'd be great.
JD Vance knocked it out of the park. So that's what I would say.
JD Vance was number one. The people that were number two, I was like, what?
The speaker?
Steve Bannon.
What?
Number two.
That guy's a crook, man.
DeSantis was number three. Steve Bannon?
Really?
Yeah. He was number two. And then DeSantis. Wow. Followed by Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, Steve Bannon's number two? Wow. JD Vance, yeah, by a long margin. All right, good news of the day this morning being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, right across the street from Bob's, or 575-396-0513. Get in touch with him today. Home, auto, life insurance. Get in touch with Herschel Rustin Hayes today. 575-396-0513. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So here's a unique how'd you meet story. A guy in China hit a woman with his car, and now they're married. She was on her bike, and he slammed into her in December of 23. He broke her collarbone, but visited her every day in the hospital, and they fell in love. That could be a Stephen King story if he went the wrong way with it. They got married this month and also have a baby.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And a missing cat named Sunny Lou showed back up after she spent 3 weeks stuck in a sofa.
How did she survive?
Her family recently moved from Washington State to Colorado, and they couldn't find her on the day the movers showed up, so they just left without her.
Oh, no.
Turned out she had crawled into a hole in the couch, went across the country in the back of the moving truck, and they had no idea she was there until the furniture arrived at their new place last month.
Aww.
She was hungry and dehydrated, but now she's fully recovered. The couple and their kids were pretty emotional when they found her because they thought they had lost her for life, and they accepted the idea that she would have been gone for forever because they left her. But anyway, she's there. All the customers at Cracker Barrel in Flagstaff sang happy birthday to a 89-year-old Army vet with Alzheimer's, and it made him cry. And Cracker Barrel commented on the TikTok video they showed of it, so much love in one room. And if you've got TikTok, go check out the video. It is pretty cool. And Kevin, that is the good news of the day.
All right, let's get you updated with news. Tradio up next. News this morning being brought to you by Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. It's going to be 80 today, if you can believe that. You might need the AC. 575-631-1999. Call Enrique Rocha today. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Wednesday, hump day tomorrow. We'll see you for being the Breakfast Club at 6:06. Tradio is up next.